right. I've been working on that for several hundred years.
Lampshades.
Just
Making anything out of it.
And we kill the music, and we are live. And look at that. Look at all those friendly faces in the new year. We've got everybody here.
Yay!
All right. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. For some folks, we have a lot of things to begin with. However, it is the first of the month, and it is customary that we get that darn XP thing out of the way. So who here wants to make the very first roll of the new year and roll us some XP?
I'll do it.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling a D4 and adding +1.
Okay.
Any birthdays this month?
Not me.
Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
Dang.
There was the birth of a new year.
I like
Brandon?
that.
Okay, so that gives us a total of 4 then.
All right. Not bad. Everybody jot that down. Now, from where we have left off, I'm not going to give too much of a recap. The group had begun some negotiations with Riskel Shade and had an offer on the table. They also decided to poke around a little bit at the bear, literally, and see what they could see. And they seem to have found what they believe might be the lair of Maxwell Haight, and almost got discovered. That is right.
I forgot about that.
Bum,
Yeah,
bum,
it was-
Oh,
bum.
wait, you guys discovered his hideout?
Yes.
Where was that?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, that's why you couldn't find him. Those animatronic little rats and creatures just threw you right off. No, we will get to that in a second.
Okay.
So it has been 1 day since that event. And in fact, and since the events of our Halloween game where we introduced Lily, it has been about a week and a half at this point, just to kind of get to reiterate, like timeline wise, where we're at. So it hasn't been a whole lot of time. Henri,
Bonjour.
give me a perception and awareness check, difficulty 9.
Jeez.
If you would like to add a point of willpower to that, you may.
Okay. Considering I don't have awareness, so
Oh, well, yeah.
I have, well, with spending the willpower, I have 2 successes.
All right. So that gives you something. All right. There is a moment in your normally deep sleep, the sleep that is suppressed, forcibly suppressed by your beast during daylight hours. So it's something that you have to make a conscious effort to wake up and force your beast at bay to remain awake during the daylight hours.
Okay.
But there is, in the midst of your haze and dreamlike state, there is a surreal, uncomfortable feeling. Like one might have if somebody is staring at you while you were asleep. That sort of feeling that something isn't quite right. But you just don't know what it is, and it's enough to start to stir you. Your beast is clawing desperately to get you to go back to sleep. This is not the time for Henri to be awake. It's daylight outside. Doesn't matter that, it's pitch black inside your nice little room.
I am going to obfuscate.
Well, you sleep unseen.
Oh, that's true. So, sorry.
Done.
But just as you crack an eye,
Okay.
you hear a door shut rather hastily
In my house?
in your house.
I know I'm fighting the beast, but I'm gonna get up to see what the hell's going on.
Okay. Give me a dexterity and athletics check, difficulty 8.
You're breaking up a little bit.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you are able to rise, but you're not able to move. You've got that sleep deprivation, and it's, you got your feet underneath you, but you risk falling over and collapsing if you try to move it at any rapid pace. And then you hear faintly tires squealing.
Someone's been in my damn house. Can I speak?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just gonna yell out. I'm like, well, there. Who is here?
So you shout, and then you hear the sounds of. Well, it sounds almost like air, air passing through something, almost like someone or something taking in a deep breath.
Inside my room?
Yes, but more like inside your house. Not like on a personal level, like something is doing it. You'd be able to tell the difference between somebody actually breathing and, because it's, the focal, the cause of the sound would be much more focal, localized to where you are at. This is almost as if your house was taking a breath.
Okay.
And then you hear, and there is a bright light. And Henri is flung into the air. Deafening sounds rip as an explosion engulfs your house.
Oh, shit.
And the impact causes you to pancake. It's one of those, it lifts you up, but you hit something with enough force and was immovable enough that it treated you more like a pancake and just said bam, bam. And of course you realize in your haze, you're underground, you're in the basement at this point sleeping, which was probably what it was. You got sucked up and hit basically the top frame of the house. Do you have fortitude?
I do.
Okay. Would you like to spend a blood to make that automatic?
Sure.
Okay. So go ahead and so then you don't roll anything. What is your fortitude? Whatever you have for fortitude is just automatic.
2.
Okay, so 2. All right, that's good.
And then am I spending a blood for waking up as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So the bright flash of light was fire licking its way all through the house.
Yes.
And you are completely deafened at this point. You just have it when the clap of that explosion hit. Now all you hear is just that tinnitus sort of like buzz in your ear. The benefit is your house was strong enough that whatever blew up probably blew up and out, which is why you got sucked upward. So there doesn't seem to be any heat or any light hitting you. You have sustained superficial damage. The fire probably would have taken out more had you not had fortitude. So you've only taken a single ag, and your clothes are super tattered and torn up and whatnot.
Shit.
Give me just a stamina check.
I got a 9.
Oh, You only have 1 stamina?
Well, you have a 9 and a 2, so.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're able to pick yourself up forcibly, despite everything that's going on right now. Your beast wants you to sleep, so you're having to fight your beast not only for survival, but to prevent you from just deciding to take a nap in the midst of this chaos.
Right.
Give me a courage check at the site of the fire. Difficulty. There is fire around you, so it's difficulty 8. It is a separate roll. You may use a willpower for this as well if you would like.
I'm going to use a willpower.
Okay.
So with the willpower, that's 1 success.
Oh, okay. So despite your beast not only wanting you to go back to sleep, it is also wanting you to flee. And there's just enough presence of mind in this haze that you have that you know rushing outside, it would be the death of you. You would run right out into the sunlight, and that's really the only thing that keeps you holding on at this point of like, I can't run outside, I will die. And you suppress that urgency of your beast.
Chat.
This means that based upon at your first thought, you're trapped in a burning building underground.
Right. There's nowhere to go. I mean, it's the only thing I can do is I have a safe that I keep my human bodies in.
Mm-hmm.
I could go. It's a refrigerator safe that Zachary's not allowed to go into. So I could go into there and secure myself inside there while the fire's raging above, hoping that Robert or somebody will be able to come to me. And
you absolutely can. I can tell you it will not withstand a fire, but it will definitely buy you time because it's sealed. And obviously you don't have to breathe. What's that?
Do I have the presence of mind to grab my phone?
You still have enough presence of mind right now to try and think of something. So if you want to scramble to try and find your phone, you absolutely can.
Yeah, phone and weapons is what I'm looking for right now. They should be right next to me. So
okay, give me another perception. Actually, wits and alertness check. Difficulty 7. Not due to lighting or anything. You definitely got the lighting. You're just nervous and anxious due to potential death.
I'm spending another willpower that gives me 1 success.
Oh, okay. All right, so you scramble. And it is at this point you are almost frozen in complete terror.
Yeah.
You see that your weapons, the weapons that you have, are in fire right now, which means there is the risk of explosion from like the guns or melting and whatnot. Your phone, however, is partly damaged, but it looks like whatever happened, maybe it hit something before the big explosion, so it's not like in pieces or anything.
Can I turn it on?
Well, you've got the old school flip phone, so it's not a matter of on, it's flip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Does it turn on when I look at it?
Yes. It's got a crack in the screen, but it is still active.
I'm gonna go in the group chat and like pull up on that phone and like normally I put paragraphs down, but this time it's like help, enter, house blew up, enter,
Okay.
someone help me, enter, anybody awake, enter. It's like
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
spamming the
So
phones.
you are spamming the phone, and due to your nervousness, you get like HE and like a happy sign, and then you get like LP and like the fire emoji. Like you're just at this point, you're edgy, and you get enough in there that lets people know something is obviously wrong. If it wasn't painfully obvious that a vampire is texting in the middle of the day. and you're just like trying to spam, the hell out of it.
House blew up. Enter.
And you don't see any responses, but at this point you can't really wait. You can hear the support structure of the house starting to give way.
I mean, I got to go in the safe. I mean,
Okay.
It's like, because it's daytime outside.
Right,
so
right.
The house can collapse on top of me, but but if I'm in the safe, at least I'm protected in there. So
Okay, so you throw open the safe. You have no time. The safe is full of your bodies.
fine.
You forgot you have too many. And without I'm just, again, it's fine. It's without hesitation. You start chucking bodies. So you've got like 5 of them that just, you fling them out and into the basement. Just
Yeah,
and slam that door and get on the inside.
yeah, Cheryl's upstairs in my bedroom, and she's already incinerated, so she's the only one that matters. The rest of these are just materials.
Right.
So yeah, I'm in the safe. I'm like, and that's the last text I put in before I shut the door. I'm in my safe downstairs. I'm texting that out. So
Okay. So you get some sort of jarbled message of, that at least communicates safe. You're just too nervous, and the beast at this point is too frightened for you to fully text something out, but you've got it enough that there's a clue that where you might be.
Okay. And I'm gonna get back in the. I don't know I don't know if the phone's gonna work in the safe or not, but I'm gonna be in the safe.
Yeah, you look and there's no signal.
So I'm just gonna. I don't have any. I've got 2 in survival. I'm just gonna try and start just calming myself down. I mean, I don't know yoga or anything like that, but I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Okay. Why don't you give me a stamina and survival check? I'll roll with that. See if you can do some breathing exercises or something. Maybe you caught on TV somewhere late at night.
I have an 8 and a 10.
Okay, all right. So you start taking deep breaths, and trying to calm yourself down, and it's working. And then that's when it dawns on you, you've exhausted the oxygen.
I don't need oxygen. I'm fine.
You don't need oxygen, but you're able to calm yourself down a little bit, but now you're just like, so you can't even physically communicate short of like pounding, because there's no air left in the the freezer.
That's fine.
Give me you can add your fortitude to this. Give me a stamina and fortitude check.
So I don't roll this fortitude, right? They're just automatic successes.
Normally you will roll fortitude, yes, unless you were spending a blood point to make it automatic.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 7.
3 successes.
Okay. So you can feel the coolness of the refrigerator safe beginning to dissipate, and the sides warming. Eventually, you start getting to the point where you have some lighting, because the sides are orange at this point, and you can. It's if you reach out and touch it, it will hurt you, but you are able to contort yourself enough, because you're a vampire body. You don't have as much physical space that a normal corpse would take up, that you can contort yourself in to keep yourself from touching the sides or whatnot.
At least you're on something cold.
Until the power goes out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the power on this bad boy is already long since out.
Yeah.
And at this point you've lost track of how long this has been. The seconds for you right now are like hours. And you're just watching this thing heat up, and you are getting a quick appreciation of whatever that microwave thing is that Robert seems to use. You're like, this must be what it's like to be inside a microwave, because it's getting awfully hot, and you are starting to get cooked. Like you can actually start to feel the heat against your body at this point.
my last ditch effort is going to be, I guess, to run upstairs and get to my car, my van. That's the only thing I can think of. So, I mean, I don't have any other abilities. I don't have protean or anything like that. So
Right. Okay. So you can do that. You can attempt to like kick the door off of the locked freezer. It would likely require potence. Do you have potence?
I do.
Okay. Why don't you give me a strength and potence check? If you would like to spend another blood to make your potence automatic, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. So your strength check is going to be difficulty 8. Your potence whatever you have for potence is an automatic success.
Okay, so I have a 1, 9, and then I have 2 in potence. So that's 3 successes.
Okay. So you hammer the front of this fridge, with your leg at this point to try and kick this thing open. You take another point of aggravated damage
Jeez.
as your leg goes through the door.
Okay.
It is that hot.
Yeah, but I don't want to be. I don't want to get cooked in here, incinerate in here. So I got to get out. That's the only safe place I can think of is my van. And so that's like to get out of the basement, get upstairs.
Mhm.
I'm probably going to take more aggro going through that fire, but it's
And
either
then-
burn.
And as the door has not opened. You've basically punched a hole in it with your leg. And you can hear the crackling of the fire. You can hear the wood burning to cinders at this point, and just from that hole that you managed to kick, you can see that there is a lot more rubble down here now than you had anticipated. And you end up hearing, Henry! The voice isn't super familiar, but somebody's calling, well, the English version of your name.
I am down here. I am. There's fire. Who is it? I'm coming to you. Or shit.
So then you hear some hammering, like something being taken to probably something burnt and cindered already. And then you hear, I think I heard something. Stay put.
Okay. Will do.
Did you hear that? Yeah, I think I heard something. Then you hear this. Holy Christ! Did he burn up? There's like 5 bodies down here.
No, I am in here. Inside the safe.
So then you hear you can't make it out, but you hear a female voice. And then you start hearing this as something with pressure is being sprayed, or down here somewhere. But given everything in the smoke, it's still super difficult for you to tell anything. You now take a point of lethal heat damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then you hear, you end up hearing, wait, is he in that box?
Yes, even here.
Holy crap.
Is it 12, 10, 62?
And you can hear them say something to the effect of like, I can hear him yelling, but I can't make it out. You mean that glowing yellow-orange thing?
I'm going to go close to the hole that I punched in the door, and I'm going to yell through it. In here, the combination is 12, 10, 62.
Okay, so you yell and you just burn your face. So take an ag.
I want to get out of this damn thing.
So take an ag.
Shit.
And you end up hearing it's like, yeah, he's still alive. He's being cooked. And so then you hear some more spraying and whatnot. And you end up where are they at? Here we go. So you end up seeing you think one of Remus's minions with a fire axe, just starting to like tear through some of the the broken up rubble and wood, to where you're at, and there's some female form in the back with like a big blanket of some kind, and then you end up hearing this. Henry, if you can hear us, get away from the door.
I'm gonna go to the back. It's not touching the back wall, but as far back as I can get.
Okay, so take another lethal heat damage.
Shit, I'm gonna be passed out here in a moment.
As the door, what remains of the door at this point, like basically quasi-formed molten slag at this point, gets ripped from the hinge and gets tossed off to the side by seemingly nothing. And you end up seeing somebody else you don't recognize with the group, and who's also got a fire axe, and they're tearing through. And you end up hearing something effective like Roger that, securing package, ETA to safe house, 10 minutes. And at that point, somebody clears out enough of the way, and it looks like Liam, one of the new guys that Remus has hired, cleared out enough of a way, and you end up seeing a blanket floating towards you. And he yells, "Sir, wrap yourself in this, quick!"
I'm like, man, shit. I grab and I'm wrapping it up, and I'm like, I'm cooked. My skin is charcoal.
So you end up feeling yourself leave the ground, like something is levitating you out of the safe.
Okay.
And you see the other two guys at this point are scrambling to get out, and the woman who is in the back is basically is walking, kind of treating you like somebody who has one of those lift carts that are taking heavier loads to and from to be storage and whatnot, except you're the storage. And they're taking you out, and one of the guys is making sure that the tarp is big enough and is keeping you covered, and they are quickly rushing their way, rushing out at this point, and you are tossed into the trunk of a sedan at this point, and you hear the loud sounds of two vehicles racing away. And at this point, your beast just succumbs. You're unable to keep yourself awake. It's in a dark place at this point, and you're hoping for the best given the damage that you've sustained.
Yeah, I'm mauled.
Yeah.
All right, so I pass out.
Okay.
I mean, I would think to grab the phone and try to respond to Remus at this point, but if the beast is taking over, I probably don't have time to do that.
Oh yeah, you don't even have your phone at this point.
All right.
Evening rolls around. Remus, there's a knock at your door. Sir, it's important.
I'm gonna get up and answer the door.
Which sir am I speaking to?
Remus.
Okay, sir, your friend Henry was involved in an altercation.
Can you elaborate? Is he okay? Did he cause trouble? Like,
so far, our teams have been unable to determine that, but it looks like his house exploded.
Okay. Is he fine?
He's recovering. He sustained some wounds, but Liam and Eleanor, with the help of some of Miss Maxwell's people, managed to secure him and get him to a safe haven. They did not elaborate as to where that's at. I apologize. I didn't feel it proper that I pressed the question. I figured that would be something you might want to do.
Okay. And this is Jeeves I'm talking to, right?
Yes, this is Jeeves.
Okay. Say, okay, excellent. Thank you for letting me know. And I guess I'll get on my phone and I'll see what messages I've missed.
Okay, so yeah, there's like half a dozen partial texts and whatnot from Henri, in the middle of the day. There's like 12 of them, at this point. Some of them are partial emoji, notes and whatnot. Just, it's clear whatever happened, he happened to be awake for it. So in terrified text trying to notify everybody. And then Jeeves, of course, says, oh, and Miss Damaris has returned to town. I believe she's out in the living room.
Okay. I'm gonna text the group and say, or you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna call or text Liam and Eleanor because they're not back yet, right?
No, they are not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call or I'm gonna text them and say like, are you all okay?
Okay. So Liam texts back, 10-4, sir. Sword actual. Completed the task of recovery. Henri is recovering in a safe house.
Okay. I'll type back, excellent. Would I know what safe house they would have taken him to, or is that something that like maybe Trudy's people
Maybe
know that?
Benedict would know, but
Okay.
all of this is still sort of new.
Okay.
Your first instinct, because you knew like the source that they came from, they may have had some sort of ace up their sleeve in case something happened.
Okay. So it's probably for the best that I don't know.
Oh no,
At
it's
least-
totally within your rights to ask. It just means this was
Okay.
probably more of a need to know sort of thing that they kept it on the download just to be safe.
Okay, and that's cool. Okay, well I'll say excellent work. I hope you both are safe. I'll get back with you soon. Any idea who might have done this?
Negative, sir. We are, and he's texting back, we are working with additional elements in the city to ascertain what exactly happened. We'll know more shortly.
Say, okay, keep me informed. Thank you. And then I'll as I head out to the living room, I'll just text the group. Henri's house was blown up by somebody. He's okay. My Liam and Eleanor and some of Trudy's people managed to get him out safely, but not again.
And so as all of you wake for the evening, the group chat has, clearly blown up. Everybody got those panicked messages from Henri.
Blown up like Henri's house.
Yeah, there you go. But
Zing.
see, Brittany doesn't even have to be a dad for it to have dad puns. Yeah.
Am I aware that they discovered the lair of Mac's hate?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. So this is just I wouldn't even put that together.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
oh man, another bombing, another house bombing. And I think with this, I almost want to go. I don't know how safe it is to go outside, but like I kind of want to make sure that like the haven hasn't been like rigged to blow, especially since like my two protectors have like kind of they've exited for a number of hours. I'm a little uh yeah. Is there blood in the fridge?
Yes, it has been restocked.
Okay. Um I'm gonna ask Damaris to handle like talking with people. I'm gonna try I think I'm gonna turn into a rat and let myself go outside and just kind of see if I can like kind of skirt the perimeter of the house looking for anything that looks, like a bunch of dynamite sticks wired to blow or anything that looks weird that we haven't installed. Just something just
Propane
to
tanks
yeah,
being,
Sure.
unscrewed or
yeah.
whatever.
A
Digital
crazy
counters
dude.
counting down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
like a black
spray
orb with
cans
a
in the
fuse.
microwave,
Yeah, I'm a big
Batman
fan of.
Forever returns the stuff.
Oh man, yeah, is
Rachel over here channeling every 80s movie she's seen. She's like, I know how these are set up.
Yep. Keep it
there's a
simple.
yeah, there's a black orb with a fuse that's on fire on one end.
I think Link from Legend of Zelda tried to blow up my house.
Oh, he wants all my rupees and Dogecoins. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sure. So you do that. So then okay, so I guess he tells you or asks you that, Damaris, and then
Yeah.
it was more of a like
Command?
he just kind of
Like,
talked at you sort of thing and then turned to a
Oh,
rat and then scurried away.
I just kind of look at him like, the fuck?
well, no, I would explain. I wouldn't just be like, "Hey, what's going on? See ya." I would explain like
Hey, good to see
on
you. By the way,
yeah yeah. Hey, welcome back. Henri's house was firebombed or something.
Is that what these are all for? Holy shit.
Yeah, he made it. It's just I'm a little paranoid because yeah, the last time we shared a house, it also blew up.
Oh,
So
I know. I my own haven was blown up the same similar
yeah,
way. So I've been there. Thankfully, he lived. Okay.
yeah, he's taken care of. He's in a safe spot. Liam and Eleanor are watching, but that makes me nervous about Liam and Eleanor not watching this place. So I'm just gonna go do a quick
Okay.
around house.
Do you need me to bring them blood, or does he need blood?
Uh, I think they're okay. I think well, at least they said that they would get back to me soon about um any
Okay.
of that, but they didn't say that he needed anything. I
Okay.
just want to I just want to do a quick once around and make sure our place isn't surrounded by mines. Like Solid
Okay.
Snake isn't outside waiting for us. I probably played that game.
That's fair. Sure.
All right.
So that
So while
means
he
you're
does
going to be
that,
suspicious of cardboard boxes that are just out there in the field for no reason.
I mean, especially if it has a base, a name on it that's different from. Wait a minute, this is base A. Why is this base C box here? But yeah, like I wouldn't just leave Damaris like with questions. I would.
Sure.
You know,
Okay.
I just got back, man.
No, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll so Henry got blown up but survived, and okay. I'll call Sophie.
Okay, and I'll be right back, and then I'll form of a rat, and I'll spend a blood to is it hand eraser. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so spend a blood point to
Okay.
become a rat.
A rat. Rato.
Spend-
Okay. So, Sophie, there is a pawing at your face.
Again?
Mm-hmm. Mommy. 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 You have a telephone call. Mommy.
Cuddles, didn't we feed you already?
No, you have a telephone call. I promise it's not mine.
Oh. I'll roll over and grab the phone.
Okay. He scampers off.
Hold on, I have a quick question. Does the cat has the cat can talk to Sophie, or does the cat talk to anybody?
The cat will talk to anybody who has animalism.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I took a point at it specifically so I could talk to the cat.
I feel like I learn new stuff about this cat like every time. I'm like,
This is an intelligent cat. And the fact that he just says, "Mommy, mommy," kind of like is contradictory.
yeah. It's like, what do you mean he's running for office? It's like, it's very weird, this cat.
Hashtag totally not surprised.
I will run on the platform of Cool Whip. Why are you saying it like that?
Cool. Whip.
Cool Whip.
So I'll answer my phone.
Hey, Sophie, this is Damaris. You got a minute?
Oh, hey. How are you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, I'll explain, what I've been up to. But I think we got a more pressing matter. Looks like somebody's tried to blow up Henry.
Again?
Happened before with him?
Do we know?
You know what? Actually, I'm not surprised. Don't answer that. So
when? What?
just now, I mean, I guess, or maybe last night. She looks at the text. Look at your text. Like, he's safe now, but yes, I guess someone blew up his house. I know what that's like.
Who would know where he lives?
I
You know what?
You people, maybe? I don't know. I've never been there, so I couldn't tell you.
Clerks have files on most of us. I think I know what happened. Maybe. Is he okay?
He's recovering. I haven't seen him. He's over at I forget their names. Remus's twins' bodyguard's house.
I have a French fry.
Yeah, he's a French fry.
My favorite part about this is that with Henri, we literally don't know who it could have been. It could be the what are they called? The crazies that he's been dealing with. It's been so long.
Sabbat or whatever.
It could be the Sabbat. It could be hate. It could be PETA. Like, the list is endless.
God, oh my God.
You have a lot of enemies.
PETA moves into arson.
God.
Totally not surprised. Okay, do we...
We're living in the sewers, for God's sake.
Well, Remus is concerned about this place. He's out scurrying about like, the rat that is inside of him is. So he's just paranoid to checks, but I mean, I think I've been here for a little bit and I think we're fine, but
Okay,
yeah.
let me see what else is afoot and see if I can find out anything, and then we'll see if we need to reconvene somewhere. Hang tight.
Yeah, I'll just be here and yep. I'll hang up, and I don't know who wants to handle, like, did you want to text the group or are you gonna call people?
I'm gonna text the group and say roll call everyone, chime in, status update, something like that, to the whole group.
Okay. So there is quickly a typed message that says Red October standing by.
And who is that from?
It looks like that was Cuddles.
Okay.
Tap.
I'm going to respond. How did you get on this list?
I'm going to text back and say, who is Henry?
I'll say, oh, that's right, you haven't met. We'll fill you in later.
Okay, she gets the thumbs up emoji.
Then there's a text message from Cuddles, a necrophiliac Frenchman.
Oh.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I don't fuck the dead. I make things out of the dead.
They make it sound like he's Giovanni.
Oh.
Goodbye, horses.
At this point, I probably walk out into the living room.
Yeah, your
and
phone
we'll-
going off too. You know, ding, 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 ding.
Right. Yeah, and so I go ahead and respond also. I'm fine. Who's attacking our librarian?
We don't know yet. Could be anybody. It's Henry. Just being honest.
I also just love how
Good
like
point.
your billowing background almost looks as like flames.
Oh yeah.
It does. The cool effect.
It does. It does. It just needs to be a little more.
It's appropriate.
That's funny.
I am on fire.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for everybody to check in, or I guess that is sort of everybody. I'm gonna go talk to Colin or find Colin and see if he knows anything about any of this.
No, he's actually in the garage. You can actually hear him working away. He probably missed a lot of it because he's probably getting caught up on work.
Okay. Maybe I'll go find Doug and see if he can poke around online and find out if there's been any other fires
Okay.
recently.
So he, he's actually been tracking it at this point, and so he's like, no, it looks like that's only the one house fire, but Sophie, we got a big problem.
What problem?
They found 6 bodies, and they kind of coincide to some murders and disappeared people.
Great.
So I think you'd call that a masquerade breach.
You think?
Keep in mind, I'm only the prince in a fake game, but
Yeah, so
I
if you
think that's
were-
right.
If this happened in your city, Doug, as the prince, what would you do to cover it up?
Oh, that's totally not fair. I'm kind of a master at paper, rock, scissors at this point, so do we have somebody we can blame it on?
I don't know.
Yeah, Adam.
Nobody we really don't like? Can we make somebody up?
I mean, I think there are going to be other problems besides that. Okay, let's see.
Okay, well,
I'll
I'm
get
kind of out of ideas then.
Well, that means that Robert and Zachary made it, because there should be 8 bodies in there. So Robert and Zachary made it out. Woo-hoo.
I mean, we could have blamed it on them if they didn't. Okay, I'll text the group again and say how are we with police cover-ups, because Henri needs some assistance.
Sorry.
Okay, so while you have text that out, are you going to like have everybody emergency meet somewhere rather than just text, or?
I will.
Okay.
As soon as we know that it's safe to meet somewhere.
Okay, well, the reason why I say it is because you've got at least 3 people already at the same place.
I guess that's true. Okay, text to Remus. Is your place all clear?
So Remus, as you are wandering around the outside, in rat form, you end up seeing a guy kind of walking the perimeter, with what appears to be an automatic weapon.
Hmm.
And he looks down at you when he spots you.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna try and be like stealthy about it, but
It looks like he's about one move away from pointing the barrel at you. He's trying to size up what to do at this point.
I think I'm gonna do my best like rat impression. I'm gonna kind of like scurry away from him, but I'm gonna do it in like kind of a zigzaggy manner. Kind of like I'm gonna try not to.
You're gonna act like a rat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you give me charisma and performance?
Okay. Okay. Really glad I took those performance. Okay, what's my difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
6. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. So at some point in time during your extensive theater training, you were probably told to act like a rat, and you perform admirably.
To squeak or not to squeak?
I watch Ratatouille a lot.
There you go.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna scurry away and I'm gonna try to like get back inside.
Okay.
And then once I'm inside, let's see. Sorry, I have to look at the. Let's see. Trying to see how fast it takes me to get back into shape.
Well, it depends upon on how intense you work out.
Oh well, I mean, Remus is pretty jacked.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I get back inside. I'm gonna revert back, and I'm going to get to my phone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna text everybody. There's a person outside our haven with an automatic rifle. And I'm gonna go. Yeah. Do we have like a? This house doesn't have like a safe room. There's nothing like that in here.
No, there has not been anything installed like that as of yet. That's on a to-do list.
Okay. 'Cause I'm trying to think of what to do with Jeeves, but like I'm trying not to like outwardly freak out. But definitely, if I'm in a room, I'm gonna turn the lights off and I'm gonna stay low as I like try to creep my way back over to the living room with everyone else and just like yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. Damaris and Ben, you guys see Remus creeping along the floor, and in the other room, as he re-entered the house and is starting to flip off lights.
I'm gonna signal them.
Doing?
What's going on?
Get down. He's outside.
Who?
Well, if he's outside, he probably already saw the lights on.
How many?
Yeah. That's all I saw before I came back.
Not a problem. I start headed towards the front door.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I've headed there. I try to like peek out the window, like move blinds or whatever, to see if I catch a glimpse of this dude with the gun outside.
Yeah. You see him just kind of walking past just walking the perimeter of the house.
Okay, and so does he look like he's casing the house, or he's just kind of on a patrol, going like on a route? Can I
Given
tell?
your skill set, he looks more like he's doing a patrol.
Okay. I then go and see if is Jeeves somewhere in the house.
Yeah, he's kind of nervously holding a cup of coffee, and it's just kind of shaking, in his hand.
Go up to him. Jeeves, you right there.
Oh, Just a little nervous. I've never been through anything quite like this before.
Right. Real quick, did you, anybody here, hire extra security to patrol outside?
Oh, no. Liam said that was one of Miss Maxwell's people. I didn't catch his name.
This is Liam. Can we contact Liam? Get a name? Just ID this dude outside with a gun?
Oh, of course. So he pulls out his phone and types in a text real quick.
Maris is making her way back to a light.
Sure. And so he says, he says his name is Seth.
Got it. Be right back. I then head to the door, unlock however many deadbolts and whatever we have on the door or whatever. Open it up, look outside. Hey, Mark, how's it going?
So he turns and he looks and he looks around and he says, sorry, sir, you must have been mistaken.
Oh, who are you again?
Name's Seth.
Sorry. Thanks, buddy. Doing a great job.
Roger that.
Pop back in, close the door, lock things up. I go over to did Remus are you in a room or something? Are you making a little fort or whatever? What's your thing? Right.
I'm sneaking up behind him with a garrote. No, I'm kidding.
He's going hitman on this guy.
I'm probably putting my clothes back on.
Okay.
I'm flipping on the lights again because I'm pretty sure I heard that exchange right when he yelled out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just look at Remus, flip the light on.
Go over to Remus. Hey,
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
It's not enthusiasm. I've been in a house that exploded once already.
Ditto.
And
Mine
another
was a
one
cave
happened.
though.
Yeah, and another one happened today. So explosions are in our forecast. Excuse me for
Yeah.
being a little jumpy.
no problem, but we're tough. We can take a hit, right? That's what we gotta be looking like, at least.
I did get tagged by this dude with his rifle. It's not the kind of thing I want to invite if I can turn off the lights and make it a little harder for him to get me. Plus nobody told me that there was a guard out front, so
I didn't know either. So
apologies, sir. I was kind of lost in the moment.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm glad it's nothing. It's just I think I did go number 2 while I was a rat when I spotted the guy. It was terrifying.
So Jeeves at that point hops up real quick to go get toilet paper.
No, I was a rat. It's fine. It's fine. It'll I don't know, become fertilizer.
Of course, sir. Whatever you say.
Okay. Do I have a bulletproof vest?
You do not.
Oh, man. You would think I would have bought that before the solid gold toilet seat. But yeah, I'm gonna
He
go.
explained that was an impulse buy.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm still
to
just
which you'll never use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe if he's a rat.
Little rat droppings and a gold toilet. Yep.
Oh man, could we
Hashtag goals.
I could probably make like a killing on social media, like pretending to be a dog that could use a toilet. Get internet famous.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, I'll save that for if I don't die tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna go and put on like some clothes that would be good to fight in.
Cool.
So you end up getting another text, Remus, and it just says sword actual en route ETA 5 minutes.
Does that mean they're on their way back?
That is a great question.
Okay. Can my eyes roll in the back of my head and I ask Benedict, "Hey Benedict, what does this mean?"
He says that's likely military talk. They're probably just communicating with you that they're on their way.
I want to let Seth know.
Right. Yeah. So I'll come back out and I'll let everybody know. Hey, I guess Liam and Eleanor are on their way back. I'll text back, and I'll say "and Henri?" ?
You get a text back. Package is in tow.
I don't know this military thing. I'll just be like, Roger, Wilco, Liam, and then I'll just let everybody know. Yeah, they're on their way back here. Henri's with them.
Good. Okay. Someone want to yell out to South, let him know that they're coming, so he doesn't
Right.
think they're imposters or something.
I go and let Seth know to expect. How many vehicles coming in?
Did they? I'll message because I don't think they told me.
Nope.
At least one.
Yeah. How many vehicles are incoming?
2.
Okay. 2.
Okay. Yeah. So I let him know. Yeah, 2 vehicles coming in. Just letting you know.
Roger that. We got word.
Yeah, we've got to kill hate, like now.
I
We
think
can't
it's
keep
about
waiting.
time.
So, Damaris, been a bit. How's it going?
Good. I took care of some things. Was up in Salem for a little bit, which is why I've been gone here, trying to work on basically the alliance between the sorcerers and our kind.
Right. How's it going?
So far, so good. I think we found a good neutral, basically place for people to be able to go to, should they travel, sort of like a network. That's, sorry, out of character. That's right, Jerome. Like I helped them find if I remember, the haven, or not the haven, but like that meeting place.
That was for vampires.
Was that just for vampires? I
Mhm.
thought that was
That
for
one was.
sorcerers too.
No, the first one that everybody met at, that one was, yes. That was the bar.
Okay, but okay, maybe I'm confused then. So we were looking for that alliance, right?
Yes.
That was what we
Mhm.
were working on.
Yeah,
Okay.
still part of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, we're working on trying to find neutral grounds for us to kind of create this new alliance to help each other. Sort of enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of deal.
Good deal. We need more of those.
Exactly. With what we've been dealing with, yeah. So
Well.
that's been the primary thing for me. That's why I've been gone.
Well, a lot has happened, and probably
Yeah.
should just wait until everybody gets here and then go over everything and how many different plans we can come up with to kill that bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that being said then, Sophie, have you put out the word then for everybody to arrive, or?
Did I get the all clear?
Yeah, Remus would have indicated that to you at that point.
Okay, then yeah, I'll text everybody and say convene at the mansion, and I'll tell my house where we're going and that I think it might be trouble.
Okay, so you're having them all go to your place?
No.
Theirs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just telling my people
Gotcha.
where I'm going.
Okay. So Colin then says, "Are you going to need anything from me?"
We could always use your help if you want to come.
Okay, I'll bring a bag, just in case.
Great.
Jerome,
Yes.
would Lily even know where Remus's place is?
We'll assume that you were given directions because
Okay.
I don't think you've been there yet.
No, I don't
I
think so.
probably would have told her because I live at the communal haven and all that stuff. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
we can say at some point in side conversation, you've been given. You may not have been there, but you know how to get there.
Or she could even just have said, "Where are we going?" and then we could give her the address now.
Right. Yeah. One way or the other. Yeah, you're taken care of. You can get there. So at about the time that Sophie and Lily arrive, two sedans pull up with 4 people hopping out, and a very burnt but mobile Henri.
Am I conscious?
Yes.
At some point, I want to. I want to
And
text.
they've replaced your clothing too, by the way.
All right. I want to. If I can text Robert and Zachary to see if they're okay.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard no reply as of yet.
I am beyond pissed at this point. I mean, I've just lost my 200-year-old library that I've made, and I'm beside myself, seething in anger right now.
Oh, I feel your pain so much.
Yeah.
I do. My library got messed up. I recovered some, but not all of it. I get it. Oof.
That's why my haven is fireproofed.
Everything can catch on fire.
And
Trust me, if you give it
it-
enough.
In a sub-basement of a sub-basement. It's not paranoid at all.
Henry, you
Not sure
look
if my
rough.
inside-
All hand.
I don't even know if I can talk. I'm so mad. I look like a charcoal at this point because I'm at mauled. I've been set on fire. I just look.
Oh no, you could have healed since the other 2 were lethal. You could have healed those, no problem.
Oh, I can heal the lethal?
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts me at injured.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
hand
lead
the
him to
glass.
the kitchen. Yeah, to get
Yeah.
some blood.
I meet you halfway with a glass already full.
How many can I get?
You can restore 3 blood points.
Is there a limit? Like just physiologically? Like if you just kept chugging, could you just keep healing?
Technically, yes. Provided it's not aggravated damage.
Yeah, except for ag, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, so I have 3 aggro, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which if you spend 3
One.
blood right now and you spend a willpower point, you can heal 1 aggravated damage right now.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Who do we know who made that like good burn cream?
That was Colin, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yep, that is Colin. So everybody is here at this point. As everybody is starting to, I guess, congregate in the living room or whatnot and start getting caught up, Liam takes Remus aside. And he says, sir, just to not alarm the others, there are hidden elements on the property. We suggest that your friends don't go looking. They're here to ensure your safety.
Hidden elements? Like what do you mean?
I believe the term you use are obfuscated.
Oh. Okay. And you know who these people are, right?
Miss Maxwell's people are they know.
Okay. And you think it's
but
for the best that
the reason why we are not sharing this information is we are unsure of any potential security leaks.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna be just like, I want to know what happened. What was this? I did not see any burning here at this building. It was other places attacked. Why was my home destroyed? What is going on? It just. And Damaris, welcome back. I have not seen you in quite some time.
Yeah, I've had to take care of some business.
And there's also an unfamiliar face here too, Henri.
And you, I don't know.
Yeah, I look at her too. I'm like, new addition since I've been gone.
Yes.
Okay, yes, and I am Henri. What is your name?
My name is Lily.
Lily. And
Lily.
how are you now connected with this sanctuary?
I was driving through and met Ben.
Yeah, she was being pursued by some a-holes. The Sabbat. I had to intercept him. We managed to defeat him. Didn't kill any of them. But Lily was leaving the Cam city up north, came through, and now she's here.
We are
So,
very
are you Kim?
No, my sister and I both ran from the camps. My sister stayed in Salem when we drove through, and I continued going.
Oh, who's your sister?
Her name is Katerina.
Jerome, did I meet her? I met her, right?
No, you haven't met her yet.
No? Have I? Okay.
other Katerina. Or is this the same Katerina? That's
No, Ekaterina is the other one.
Yeah, her last name is DeSoya, so it's Katerina DeSoya.
go 2 centuries and don't meet a Katerina, and I meet two Katerinas in the same year.
No, we essentially escaped from our sire and from the Camarilla, and so far obviously so far we've been lucky, and they have not found us.
So, I just to clarify, are you Camarilla? Are you Sabbat? Are you Anarch? Or how do you align yourself?
Well, I suppose I'd be Anarch since it's the opposite of Camarilla. Not
No,
as
the opposite of Camarilla is Sabbat.
well.
So,
Yeah, no, I'm not
but
Sabbat. But so I would say Anarch,
okay.
but not so stuffy as the Camarilla.
You can run into a few that are, trust me. But I mean, we could definitely use the numbers if you feel that this is more suited to your beliefs, then
We've
we
already
could use you.
established. Yeah, we've already established a home in a haven.
Oh, how long have you been here? That was quick.
Week and a half.
Week and a half,
Wow.
and you've already established a haven. Very nice.
Yes, my ghouls are very efficient.
Is it rude to ask, like, what clan you're from?
No, not at all. I'm Tremere. Which is why we're running and not wanting them to know where we are.
I cannot get a hold of Robert or my apprentice Zachary. They're not replying. Is there anything you can do with the computer box to find them or talk to them or to see where they are?
I'll look at Liam because Liam would know more about that stuff than I would.
So Liam turns to you and he says, "Sir, right now they're in the wind."
What does that mean?
We don't have a current location for them at this point.
I could try summoning.
Or Damaris is back. Let her do what she does best, right? You mind?
I kind of figured that would come up eventually.
I mean, not to, I mean, we love to have you back for you, but we have sorely missed your very useful gifts.
Yeah. I don't think summoning is probably a good idea anyway, especially if they're hurt. If I'm incorrect, summoning basically forces them to kind of come to you, right? Regardless of the state that they're in.
Right.
Yeah, so that may not be the best idea anyway. So, okay, well, yeah, I'll go grab her water bottle and her little collapsible water cup thing or bowl.
Okay.
And yeah, so she will scry.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna be watching her really close because I'm really interested in
He has a
that.
sketchbook next to her too that has scribbles in it already, previous ones. Okay.
Rachel, you've met Robert before too, so I mean, if that helps with the difficulty, you've met him before.
Yeah, it's difficulty 7.
Yeah.
What's the other dude's name? Forgot.
Zach,
Zach. Your
Intelligence and occult, right?
Yep. Intelligence and occult.
and I don't think anybody's met Zachary.
Okay. Difficulty 7 or
Uh-huh.
6?
7.
All right, so that's a 1. I got 2.
Okay.
Lots of 5s there.
Okay, so you are pinch zoom as you are, focusing in and looking for Robert, whom you know. You see Robert currently tied to a chair.
Uh-oh. And I'm going to draw that as much as I can.
Okay, so you're so go ahead and give me a Dex and Crafts check. Difficulty 7, since you're watching and kind of drawing freehand.
Bought up my crafts.
Nice.
Difficulty 7.
Yes.
Then I got 3.
Okay. So yeah, you do a great job with the sketch, and she sketches out somebody tied to a chair.
She'll say out loud, "He's tied to a chair, Henri."
Where is he?
Hold on, let me look. So what do I see around him?
It's kind of a vacant room. There's a clock, and there's a table and a chair that he's tied to. That's really it.
Okay. Can I sort of zoom out, as far as like outside the room towards like what building is he in?
Yep, absolutely. So he's in a new house.
I'm gonna look at the surrounding areas. Then, are there other houses around? Is
Yep.
it like a new development lot?
It's a new development lot.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of look at the roads. Do I see crossroads or any sort of like, because you know how new estates, like they have like something they put on like a corner when you enter, sort of like you're entering X estates,
Yeah.
that sort of deal, or
Yeah,
the soon to be home of.
Yeah,
whatever.
it's the Fairview Estates or something like that. I mean, when you zoom out enough and you look at the sign, you can tell it's on the south side of Ashland.
What do you see? What do can you tell me?
You guys remember that picture that Sophie drew, or that she drew about her holding her finger up while she's scrolling or scrying? She's doing that number.
I'm like, oh, shit, she sees something.
So he's on the south side of Ashland. There's a new housing development over there, and he's in a brand new house. He's tied to a chair. But I don't know if I didn't see anybody with him, right? It was just there.
You only saw the one. Yeah,
Okay.
just him.
Is he alive?
I feel like that's bait, and I feel like he's being used as a trap.
I wonder if that's the same house that we checked out.
I'll
and
draw
he
the
looks
house
at-
out.
And she looks at Sophie and Ben.
So
Wouldn't be
she draws the house out. No, it doesn't look similar. The house that she's drawing has a much newer design. The house that you guys spotted Maxwell Haight at was like an older style house, single story.
How does Robert look? Does he look beat up? I'm gonna zoom back in.
A little more dirty than anything.
But he doesn't look burned.
No, he doesn't look burned.
Okay. He doesn't look burned, so I think he wasn't. Either they got him out of the house before it blew up, or he wasn't even there. But he looks a little scuffed up, but that could mean anything. But he doesn't look like he caught any sort of soot or fire, so I don't think he was either in the house when it happened or he got taken beforehand.
I would assume it's probably the people who blew your home away.
Likely, this could also be a trap, because I mean, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people know that we have abilities to be able to spy on people, like what I'm doing right now. So, and they know that that is something that's going to be used probably to search for. And so it's perfect bait to have him sitting in a chair in a house by himself, knowing that I'm going to be looking for him, you know?
This is also
Like it's a
Hate's
setup.
MO. This is Hate's MO. This is what he did to lure us out to the wilderness
Yeah, with
before.
exactly. This is almost identical to what he did when he kidnapped the other two in the forest.
So this might be a good time to mention that we found his hideout last night.
You did?
We did.
Yes.
How?
It's kind of a long story. The Reader's Digest version is the head of Autumn Health Management Systems. He's a really twisted guy. He's some kind of like a corrupt werewolf person thing. And they had some sort of a falling out, but his people knew where Hate was hiding, and I was able to I was able to get that information telepathically, and then I went to check it out, the location, through astral projection, and he almost caught me.
I don't think I have Garu lore that would tell me that they deal with the astral plane, right? Yeah.
You can certainly roll for it. Difficulty 9 though, because
What would it roll? Intelligence in like occult
intelligence
or
and occult, yeah.
Okay.
Since you don't have any guru lore, you can take a wild stab at it.
We've dealt with them before. I mean, it's not uncommon for us to probably have interactions.
Sophie,
Difficulty 9.
Difficulty 9.
Sophie, you said you can do telepathy. Can you speak to Robert?
I can try and see if I can reach him from this distance.
I got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's worth a try. Go ahead.
Sorry, I got 2 successes, a 9 and a 10. I do have 4s in both intelligence and occult.
So it would explode. So yeah, you got 3 successes.
Okay.
You don't know how exactly they do it, but you do know that there's some sort of spiritual tie to some other spiritual world and most werewolves. So they do have the ability to jump back and forth somehow.
Yeah, I think you got lucky there because, I mean, they deal with that sort of astral realm from what I've understood before. So you're lucky you didn't get your cord severed.
I did some experimentation first before going adventuring too far, and I asked, oh, sorry, I bit my tongue, so now I can't talk. I asked Isadora if werewolves could sense us, and she seemed to think that they couldn't. And then I tried it out on our Glasswalker friends, and they didn't seem to notice me. So I thought
some might be more attuned than others, you know, as far as
but also
that
we
sort
know
of connection.
that hate is particularly magical, so maybe there's something there.
Well,
I mean, isn't it a little like you found out where his home was, you visited it, and then the next day Henri's house is exploded. Like,
so how did you almost get caught then? Like, did he like look at you or look past you?
I made an attempt to enter the house, and some kind of alarm went off, and then I saw him.
Like astrally, you tried to enter the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's got wards up. I'm guessing.
Is that what that means?
That's what I.
It could trigger it.
Well.
Yes, it could be absolutely 100% with him, and his magical ability would not surprise me at all.
So there was a sort of some kind of a compulsion that I felt after that, like he was trying, like something was trying to get me to go in the house, and I was barely able to just cut and run. But I would not be surprised if hate was behind this. Also, it's worth mentioning that this what is his name again? Shoot. Riskel Shade, who we spoke with. He seems to know, he at least knows me. I would not be surprised if he has files on all of us.
What's his name? Driscoll. What?
Riskel Shade. He is actually, he bought our old haven and the one that was blown up last time, and they rebuilt it exactly the same. And Max Haight was actually, the place where we found him was in the house where shoot, what was her name? It's been so long.
Katerina?
Olivia,
Oh.
our old friend Olivia, where her haven was. So he knows a lot about the history of our
Yeah, he does.
comings and goings. Olivia hasn't been in Ashland for years now, so I would venture a guess that maybe the two of them, between the two of them, somebody knew where Henri was living. So I think it would probably be a pretty easy guess.
Yeah, so it's only a matter of time then that he finds this new one, and I don't want to spend another bunch of money on a new place.
I'm a little worried. I have some incriminating items at my home.
Oh, right. You asked about the police context, right? Or Sophie did?
Yeah, yes, that evidence has been found.
What was it?
Well, there's Cheryl and there are 5 others.
Bodies?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Librarian, what did we tell you?
They were different before. That's but in the library that you speak of, I had all but 12 countries in my collection. I had all but 5 of the. I had so many books. I don't know if they will look at the books to try to see what type of leather it's made out of.
Are you really trying to justify what you were doing before? Really?
I feel you're lost for the library. I do, but now the police have 5-ish bodies in custody from your house. So whose house was the name in?
What's that?
Whose house was the name in?
Oh, it's the lady we met from before.
She's still alive?
She is. She's a vampire.
Oh.
She's a business lady.
As you are trying to mull that over and figure that out, Remus is tackled to the ground by not Liam, Eleanor. Eleanor tackles Remus to the ground, and you end up hearing Liam yell "contact," and he draws his weapon and immediately proceeds to the back door, and you guys end up hearing this from outside, and the pitter patter of silenced gunfire peppering the outside somewhere.
Benjamin, I need a weapon. I have no gun.
I toss you my pistol.
Thank you. Do you have I need a knife too, a dagger.
Lily will give him one of hers.
Learn fast,
Okay.
man.
The 2 weapons is what I need. That's all.
Yeah, so Lily hands you a knife, and I guess Benjamin handed you a pistol.
It's a throwing knife.
Okay.
All right. I am armed.
So as you guys are going through and getting armed, you could hear the sound of heightened voices of whoever it was guarding on the outside, also through like the earpieces and whatnot, as they're going checkdowns, and then you guys end up hearing what sounds like I don't want to say a dog, but some sort of beast ripping into something, and like a very guttural growl sound as teeth rend flesh.
All right. Out with the claws. I'm gonna run towards the growling.
Okay.
Yeah, and my two ghouls, Donald and Maggie, they are pulling out their weapons as well. And
So
taking a
you brought them
protective
along
stance.
and they are not
Oh,
guarding
yeah,
your
'cause,
haven?
they drive me.
Okay.
Lily doesn't really know how to drive that well.
That is totally fine. Okie doke. So they're there as well?
Anybody like that.
Did we hear the guttural crunching like through the earpieces or outside the house?
Outside
Like,
the house.
literally. Okay. And we could tell where, like literally, like
It's in the backyard, yeah, somewhere.
Okay. I'm spending 2 blood, 1 for potence, 1 for celerity, and I'm gunning for the back.
Okay.
Just making my way there.
Everybody roll
Absolutely.
initiative.
Yeah, because I'd like to do an obfuscate on whoever wants it. So
Obfuscate will take effect at the end of the round.
Okay.
But you still need to roll initiative if you're going to do anything else.
13.
I do have celerity.
We add dex to that, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be
Wits and
it's your
dex.
dex and wits plus 1d10.
Oh, that's right. Dex and wits.
I got
Mhm.
13.
Okay.
Good old lucky number.
11.
4 plus 7. So,
Jerome, I'm sorry, it's been a while. So
14.
I have 3 in Dex, 3 in Wits, that's 6, and then I just roll a 10 to it.
1d10,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Total of
I was sad
7
that we've
here.
been playing so long and
Yeah,
can't remember how to fight.
I have
Same
a
here.
12.
12 as well.
Okay. So who has the highest? Sounds like 14.
I have 14.
Okay. Damaris, you are at your bowl of water at this point. Are you proceeding to go outside, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna pull out a piece of glass instead,
Okay.
or a mirror piece. And I'm gonna do my
Are you going to ghost
my
walk?
pass through. I'm gonna ghost walk.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna pull out my stuff.
Okay, hold that thought real quick. 1 second.
I'm gonna get a drink
And
too.
incorporeal passage. That's what it is.
Here, Mac.
Go right back too.
Okay, so I don't have the book in front of me. I also have celerity. How does celerity work?
So far, for celerity, I don't think it does anything for initiative, but the number of dots that you have in it is you get to, without spending anything, you get to add that much to any dexterity-related rolls. When you spend a blood point, not only do you get that, but you also get a number of extra turns equal to your celerity. You don't lose any dice for successive dodge attempts. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna activate that too. So I guess you've probably been teaching me celerity because we live in the same place.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Man, all I've been doing is working on all those hardcover books. I have my collection of books, and it's just all gone.
What's that? Oh, your supplies and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Rachel's gone.
yeah, Rachel is going to ghost walk, so we'll get to her next. That was a 14. 13s?
That'd be me.
Okay.
You didn't want me to roll separately for the ghouls, did you?
No, I'm going to take care of that.
Okay. Yeah, she's just kind of sitting there. I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holding on 13. Totally fine. 12.
I'm on 12.
Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to activate my celerity as well,
Okay.
and my claws are out, and I'm going to.
So you're going to burn a blood for the extra actions in, and the speed boost.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to do celerity, like burn or use a blood every round, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
If you are doing the speed extra actions, otherwise you're just it's just like potence and just like fortitude. You're just a little bit more nimble otherwise.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna rush out.
How much do you have in celerity?
I have 2 dots in celerity.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're rushing to engage then.
Yes.
Okay. And that was your 13, Henri?
That was 12. So then.
Oh, you're on 12. Okay, so I'll get you in a second then. Okay, so Damaris, what'd you get?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't roll. I forgot. What was
Yeah.
I rolling?
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Intelligence.
your intelligence and occult to go ghost form.
One, two, three, 4.
Okay. So those of you who are still inside see Damaris kind of look into a little piece of glass, like a handheld mirror. Her body becomes incorporeal, and she just starts. I don't know what you walk through walls to
I'm
go
walking
outside.
toward. Well, I'm basically walking. Well, so I don't get hit with stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna go towards where I see the sound coming from. Basically, try to, even though I'm incorporeal, still try to keep to maybe the shadows and stuff.
Okay. So you're going outside. Go ahead and you're just advancing. So go ahead and roll your dex and stealth. Difficulty 6.
I have 1 in stealth. Okay. One.
Okay, not a problem. All right, so you're doing the best that you can to keep to the shadows despite being incorporeal. Remus, you come running out. Give me, since you are faster than everybody at this point with your celerity having been burnt, go ahead and give me a wits and alertness check.
Oh, dropping dice. Sorry. I'll have to go for that one later. Wits plus alertness. Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Okay. That is 3 successes.
Okay. So what you end up seeing, and this is just outside the pool house.
Mm-hmm.
You end up seeing what appears to be, well, you see from the backside. So there's a body laying on the ground in a massive pool of blood. Hovering above the body is this what appears to be a kind of reptilian-looking humanoid person with a kind of a wingspan that's out but kind of hunkered down, like almost like a hawk would have, like as it dove down and struck at prey. And it, from what you can tell, it's humanoid looking, but from what you can tell, it looks like whatever this thing is pounced on whoever the hell this is.
Can I tell who the
they weren't polite about it. There's like blood splatter on the ground on the side of the pool house. You know, they just ripped it up like hardcore.
Have I seen Liam since I've made my way out here?
You blew past them, so you know that they're inside the house.
Okay, so because the reason I was rushing out here is because I was worried that Liam was getting crunched.
No.
Okay.
No, you left him back in the house because you were just that fast.
All right, Liam's my boy. I'm not gonna let anything happen to him. But yeah, no, I'm gonna, if I can get close enough to come in swinging, I will, with the feral claws.
Okay. You will have if you use all your celerity to run for the distance, you can make one attack.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a dexterity and brawl check. Damaris, you see this as well.
All right, I see the scene about the demon creature thing on the
Yes.
body. Or
Mhm.
okay.
All right, difficulty is
It's always going to be 6.
6. Okay, so
unless
that
you're
is-
like using a weapon or something, or
Oh yeah, no. Well, just the claws.
You just
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
nice. Okay.
Bunch of 6s. Looking for a 10.
Okay. So you come in with a swipe, and just as you come in, the bean that you were looking at turned around, and with just this kind of blood and gore coming off. Now that you get a closer look, it's feminine. But otherwise, you don't really make out much. You actually came at it like a pro. You're like, okay, I'm going to get this person, and you swing and narrowly whiff. As this creature has way more dexterity than you expected, like very light on her feet, kind of props back up, and you swing so hard, your claws end up going right into the body.
Ugh.
So go ahead and roll damage.
That doesn't make me feel good. Let's see. I do have dirty fighting. I was probably aiming for like throat or
Hamstring, something to hamper. Yeah.
or like the groin, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just strength, and I have 2 dots of potence on that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to add your strength plus your potence plus 2 dice for the claws.
Come on, whiff it.
Yeah, even low level, when you get claws and potence, it can get disgusting real fast.
That's still 1, 2. That's still 4 successes.
Oh, good lord. Okay, so you swing and you end up like bifurcating this torso with your strike, just cutting whoever this was right in half. And now that you're like face to face with whoever it was, you can tell that the strike that this person hit bit down, and there's almost nothing left of the neck. There's like some, bone, obviously, keeping it tied, but this person clearly went for the throat to kill outright.
So they were okay. Like, I still feel terrible, but like I think Remus would take some solace in the fact that this person was like already dead.
Yeah, this person's probably already dead. There's highly doubtful you killed this person.
You
they-
destroyed a corpse, not a person.
Did you hit the creature though? I'm confused.
No.
Or just the...
No, he completely missed her. The one thing that you just before we get off this part of the round, the one thing that you do note is she's wearing a Rob Zombie t-shirt.
Is that familiar?
is that familiar?
For-
Can I roll
for
an
you?
intelligence?
No, I mean, would your character be into that style of rock?
I mean, probably not.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So no, it says Rob Zombie, but and there's some like iconography on the shirt, but other than that, you're like, oh, okay, it's a Rob Zombie shirt, whoever the heck that is.
And she's flying?
I know she nimbly got out of the way. So that was 13. We're at 12.
That was top of 12. I'm the bottom of 12.
Okay, so 12 then, bottom of 12?
So next to me is Sophie and Lily, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just going to say, I am going to vanish. I can make you as well. So if you want. So I obfuscate and I go to, I'm using Cloak of the Shadowing to make all the 3 of us vanish at that point.
Okay, so
Lily,
we will do that at the end of the round.
Lily that's what I was going to, because I put myself on hold. so I could think about what I was going to do. Lily has obfuscate as well, so she would definitely use that so that she can attack without, being
Okay,
seen
so
coming
then you guys are going to wait and hold all your actions to hide. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay, so then that was 12, 11. Okay, Sophie?
Okay, so from the inside, we can't see any of this going on, right?
No.
I'm not sure what to do. Maybe, I guess I'll wait and obfuscate with Henri first.
Okay, just
Also, Colin's with us, right?
Yeah, Colin's with you. He's actually in the process of casting a spell.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So that was 11, 10. Nobody at 10? Okay. You end up hearing a call from one of the guards yelling kind of loud, "Target down. Repeat, target down." Thank you for the follow.
Yay.
Addy Blackout. Kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
So that was at 10, 9, 8, 7. Ben.
7. Yeah. So I'm effectively following Remus out there, and if I can close the distance as well, I'm gonna be. If I can see that winged creature that was just missed, I'm gonna try to. You said that they had a wingspan, like they literally have wings on them?
Yes.
I'm trying to like tear off a wing.
Okay. What's your celerity?
3.
Okay, yeah, so you can absolutely close the distance in.
Cool. Okay.
I'm very confused.
Go ahead and roll your Dex and Brawl.
Okay. And you get to use dexterity dice as well because of celerity. Is that right?
Celerity,
Or,
yes.
Celerity, yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Take that away. It's only going to be 3.
Okay. So you rush up there, actually, and blaze just a bit past Remus because you have a little bit more celerity, and you reach out to grab a hold of the wing to yank, and this is probably something she's used to. People trying to do something to the wing, so she quickly furled it back and you got out of the way. She's pretty fast for whatever the heck she is. And you end up seeing her step back on that instance as you were reaching, and you'll have an action at the end of the round. But as you are in essence reeling back for whatever next action you're about to do, you see that she melds into the building.
Melds into it. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
But similar to if you see a gangrel or somebody with protein that just go into the ground, but she actually does it to the building, just and she's just not there.
Like just into the wall, pretty much.
And just she's just not there anymore.
Wow. All right. Well, I see it then. I'm like, seriously? just as a response.
Okay. That was 7. Anybody beyond that?
Do we have any of the earpieces? Like, are we hearing the chatter that's going over the radio?
Well, you were near your people until you raced away.
Oh, yeah.
So, end of the round, obfuscation hits. The people who were inside are now obfuscated, and you now see the guard like Liam, Eleanor, Seth, and whatnot come rushing out to look at the body.
Now, in this form of obfuscate, we can't speak or make noise, right?
Right.
But we can move.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
or you can text.
And if you break, obviously break it for yourself.
Right,
Okay.
which is what would happen, yes.
I'm gonna go take a look outside.
And
Okay.
if you language, we can talk.
So
Yeah, Lily's going to.
unless somebody is
follow
doing
her.
something specific, you guys are out of combat.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow Sophie.
Okay.
I'm going outside too.
I don't get it. Did she leave? Or is she part of the house now? Like
That's a great question. Honestly, this is the first time you've seen that.
So, like, yeah, because of that, I'm going to assume she's not gone, and I'm going to just punch. That's like, I understand I'm going to destroy part of the wall.
Okay.
I'm going to punch that spot where she melded into.
Okay. What's your potence?
3.
Oh. Okay.
paying for that?
You hear a string of curse words in the back of your mind, Remus.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried.
You are letting him destroy this property? What the hell?
You just get a new one. What's the problem? Are you telling me you wouldn't like a better house than this?
I would love a better house than this, but this is what we have right now. Don't go breaking it.
Listen, it'll be fine. We can just get our own place, and you can have as many solid gold toilet seats as you feel you need.
Whatever. That was an impulse buy. I told you that.
I mean, it's...
And as you hammer that wall, you don't see any effect, Benjamin. But as you guys are starting to approach, you can see Remus has got that kind of glazed look on his face again, like he's probably in conversation, but you can't hear it, sort of thing,
Is there anybody else out here other than, was she the only attacker?
Well, there's the body, and then the guards come around and they do a sweep of the area.
I want to investigate the body.
Okay.
Is it a body or is it a person we recognize?
No, nobody recognizes them.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Liam and Eleanor and be like, "Is this one of your team members?"
No, negative, sir. They look at the manner of dress. We heard, and you can see that there were when they fired their guns, you can see the pop marks on the side of the building and around the dirt and whatnot. So they were clearly firing at this person.
At this person?
Yes.
And I'm gonna go, who's the lizard flying lady?
So Liam turns to Seth at that point and he says, "That was an asset, sir."
Oh.
What?
They're oh.
I stop in mid punch after
that mean?
hearing that. Like, for real?
They're on our side. I guess they're like you two, Liam, Eleanor. This is a special gift that they have.
Well, would have been fucking nice to know that.
My thoughts exactly. So how many other assets are out here?
That is currently all. Sorry for the confusion. That was a requirement. Yeah. We don't know where the leaks are coming from, so that was for your protection.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't hurt them.
I'm still obfuscated, by the way. Everybody else has popped out.
No, that's fine. Yeah, and you have very good reason to stay obfuscated at this point. You're like, I've been burnt. Forget this.
Yeah, I'll text everybody in the group because I don't see everybody.
Right. Okay.
Target is down. Our team has abilities we don't get to know just yet, but it seems we're well protected.
Damaris, give me an intelligence and Sabbat lore check.
Cool.
Difficulty 6.
Okay, so I got 2, but one of them is a 10, so that explodes. 3.
Yep, 3. So from where you're standing, because you kind of come a little bit closer in all the confusion of what the heck was this all about? Now that Remus is standing and kind of doing his thing and texting and whatnot, and because he's removed his hand from the torso, you can see branding.
What does the brand look like?
The brand is a Sabbat brand. You can read it.
What does it say?
The brand confirms that they are true Sabbat. It confirms that they have celebrated at least one Pala Grande. And if you're reading it correctly, his pack name is the Unifiers.
I heard of that name before.
No.
Jerome, since
Yes.
Lily has she should have a little bit of Sabbat lore because of the fact that she was sent to infiltrate them
Mm-hmm.
and assassinate one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Would she notice the mark?
Why don't you give me, since it wasn't something you were specifically looking for, I could definitely give you a roll for it. Why don't you give me a wits and alertness check?
Jerome, now that I'm outside, do I see all the blood?
Mm-hmm.
I have not fed and I'm down 4. How long has this body been? I mean, I'm gonna walk up and see how warm this body is.
Oh, body is cold.
There's still blood in the
Fridge.
fridge.
There's
I know,
disgusting.
but
It's not the same.
You can't read it, but you see the brand.
Jerome, I have 3 with a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you can't read it, but you can see the brand.
Are you guys talking about the body?
Body. Yeah, I
Mhm.
could look over. I'm not in corporal anymore. I put the mirror away. And she looks down and she kind of moves the collar and stuff out of the way.
Hello, Vancouver by night.
This is a Sabbat branding. This guy was Sabbat, and he was part of the Unifiers.
Do you know them?
I don't know them personally, but I recognize the brand. And she points to this thing there.
Given that you identified them, you could probably figure it out without much problem.
Yeah.
But with a couple calls.
Lily wouldn't know.
No, because remember you didn't go that deep in initially, so you can. It's one of those things that, how did I put this before? Like you have enough knowledge, and you can spend XP to pick up a point of Sabbat lore if you'd like to, but offhand, you have enough knowledge to look at something and go, "Oh, hey, those hieroglyphs right there, that's Egyptian," but you couldn't read it. You would just go, "Okay, that's definitely Egyptian." That's kind of like your level of knowledge. So if you saw this kind of branding, you go, okay, given how that looks, that's Sabbat. I don't know what it says, but that's definitely something the Sabbat would do.
Yeah, so it's typical of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's. I don't know if she healed the place where hers got burned off. I think she kept it as a reminder.
By now you've definitely healed it. It's not a permanent wound, gotcha. But it was definitely a scar. Phantom
pains she has from it being burned, and she kind of absently rubs her where hers was on her chest. God, so they're here.
Do you know where they're based?
I can make a couple of calls and probably find out, but they are true Sabbat.
What does that mean? True Sabbat.
Loyal. Extremely loyal.
Yeah, usually once they're branded, that is a sign of loyalty, I do believe.
You remember what I went through?
Right.
Jerome, do I resist the urge to feed off this guy?
Why don't you give me a self-control check? Difficulty 7.
Uh-huh.
So hearing that this guy was a part of a pack, I go, it's not normal for him to be alone. Are there more of them around here? And I'm looking around.
Possibly. Usually you have at least 3 members in a pack. Minimum.
A light bulb goes off. Since Lily was chased into town by Sabbats, would her or Ben notice this one? Is it one that they interacted with?
No.
Okay.
No, remember those guys all had like
Wigs.
the wigs on and whatnot, looking like
Yeah.
the founding fathers.
Yeah, that's
that's right.
not
That's
this
right.
guy.
Yeah,
I
this guy
would like
looks like
to-
this guy looks like a street tough.
I would like to like go through his clothing to see if he has any like objects or something that I could use Spirit's Touch on.
Sure. So you're doing that. Why don't you give me your roll, Todd?
Yeah, I don't have any successes, but I didn't botch.
How much? What's your total blood at right now?
I'm at 11 out of 15.
You're fine.
Okay. With my level of I have to have a higher level of I need aspects to see somebody else's obfuscate, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sophie, give me a perception and investigations check. As you loot the body, loot the body.
Difficulty 6?
Yes.
5
Nice.
Wow.
on 4 dice.
All right. Yeah, one of them exploded. Okay, so you he's got a bunch of different things like cash, and he's had a pistol on him and whatnot. The only thing that stands out is you find a challenge coin.
Okay.
The
try this.
challenge coin is made of
What's that look
silver,
like?
and it has the Sabat Ankh on one side, and it has the antediluvian symbols on the other. Basically, like the skull and the 3 skulls and the round, like you would see in the Book of Nod.
Okay. I'll try to read this. Might
Do
as
I
well.
see it as she's pulling it out?
Uh-huh.
Do I recognize what it is?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
how
I was
she's-
gonna-
It's
I was gonna
a
ask the
challenge
same
coin.
thing.
It's a challenge coin.
So is that like part of a game of instinct then? I forgot what the challenge coins mean. I've never.
I think it's probably just a commemoration thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 5.
5. Ooh, all right. So you get actually a great look at the challenge coin, and the most impressionable image you get off of the coin is him standing over some bodies, like bodies everywhere. It's this individual. Some of them have, from what you can tell, have similar branding that he does. And you see that he gets into a car alone and drives away. Right? You get the distinct impression that he was a part of a pretty major fight, and he's the only one that walked away.
Do I get any sense of like how long ago this was?
Within the year.
Okay, well that doesn't, I mean, do I notice anything about the car? Maybe like a license plate, like what state it's from or what the model of the car is?
Sure. You get a license plate number.
What state's it from?
It is from Oregon.
That's not good. I mean, I guess I'd suspected as much. Okay. Do any of the bodies look familiar?
No.
Okay.
Right now, I'm asking Liam what a good I'm sorry I tried to attack you present would be.
I don't understand, sir. Oh, he froze.
George froze for me.
I was about to say, he looks like he froze.
Oh.
There he is.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so Liam just kind of looks at you and says, I don't understand, sir. I almost attacked who?
There was a girl in like lizard flying beast lady in a Rob Zombie shirt. I
and
mistook her for.
Seth steps forward and he says, "It's quite all right, sir. It's totally understandable."
I still feel terrible. I understand that kind of the whole keeping the assets secret thing, but I don't want to hurt allies. I'm all right if I get hit a couple of times, but I don't know, hurting people on my side doesn't sit well with me.
So he kind of looks off to the side and he thinks for a second. He says, "Perhaps an anthrax T-shirt, sir."
Okay, I can do that.
Liam kind of leans in. He says, "They're a heavy metal band, sir."
And my internet skipped for a bit. She wanted anthrax what?
T-shirt.
T-shirt. That's it.
Anthrax in an envelope.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'll tell her I'll if I don't see her, because I don't know what her face looks like, I'll tell her I'll make it up to her. She'll get a bunch of anthrax shirts. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Of course, sir. In the meantime, can we please get you back inside, just in case, for security's sake?
Yeah, that sounds good. That should check
I'm
on.
still obfuscated out here. I'm just kind of walking around at this point. I don't. I mean, I have very little in investigation in it. But I'm just walking around to see if there's anything that I can see. Because when they were talking about how Sabat goes in packs of 3, I'm just really thinking there might be 2 more riders somewhere.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
minimum of 3.
Yeah, I mean, while you're doing that, the other staff security members that are on hand are also making a clean sweep of the area as well. So they're doing likewise.
Taking pictures, by the way, of the brand and what's left of this face and body, and the coin as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give her the coin and say, Damaris, is there a reason that Sabat might fight other Sabat? Is that a common thing?
I mean, no, in the sense that they're not usually at war with each other in factions, or not factions, but usually they are sort of the one sort of Cain, that deal. No, it might have been a different fight. Why do you ask? The
vision that I get from this coin is this dude standing over a whole bunch of bodies, and some of them are the same mark, and he's the only one that walked away from it.
So his pack got into a fight. If they wore the same brand, because the brands are, I mean, they're specific, but it sounds like. Question about the brand. Does the brand identify which, what their pack name is, or is
it
that?
Can, yes.
How did I identify?
It can, yeah.
I asked her, can you? She pulls out her sketchbook. Can you draw out the other symbols by chance? Because if it matches up with theirs, some brands, if you're in a part of a pack, have a specific symbol to identify who they are. That's how I figured out who he was.
I'm not much of a artist, but I guess I can try.
Basics. I mean, just give me an idea. I've seen a lot of them.
Let's see, what is that? Dex and crafts?
Yes. Okay, so she gives a very rough sketch from memory, based on what she kind of etched out. It looks like what you see here.
So it sounds like he might have been the only surviving member of his pack, if that's the case.
So maybe the other people without that brand were the ones that killed his pack?
Possibly. If
I did get a license plate. Can anyone look up a license plate here, or should I text Doug?
Seth raises his hand. We can send that up, ma'am.
I'll recite the license plate for him.
Okay, so he, gets into his earpiece and he, recites the license plate.
How long ago was the fight, by the way? Sorry.
It seemed not super recent, but like maybe a year or less.
Does that line up, Jerome, with the sort of war that happened?
The Fourth Civil War.
Yeah, I guess I just wasn't there a big showdown between the Sabbat and the camp up there? Like,
No, there was, yes. That did take place in that time frame. There was the crusade. Without knowing specifically, there was obviously the crusade against Portland, because there was two actually. One to siege the city, and then one they turned around later and then wiped the remainder out. But then there was also the siege of Vancouver.
so if this guy was from Oregon, I'm guessing it's probably that Portland war that he perhaps survived from.
I wonder what he would be doing down here. Maybe, I mean, we weren't really involved directly, but I mean, maybe he would be on orders.
And so
Well,
Seth says, we've got a confirmation on that license plate, ma'am. It's from it lists off a name, addresses in Portland, Oregon.
There we go.
Well, what does this have to do with hate?
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't working with hate.
I look through this body. Does he have a phone on him or any type of electronic device on him that he's carrying?
He does, yes.
Pick that up, and I walk over to where Liam is, and I'm all, "Do your thing, computer man. The body had this on it. Get all the dirt you can."
Okay, so he says, "Yes, sir." So he takes the item and kind of holds it, in both hands. But before he continues, he says, "Sir, can we really get you inside, please?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't do anything further until Remus is actually inside.
Professional.
But once Remus is inside and Eleanor is helping to keep an eye out, as well as the other ghouls and
What should we do about the
assorted staff, he starts focusing on the phone.
What should we do about the body?
Burn it. We don't need it. I mean, what else are we gonna do with it?
Maybe we shouldn't do that here in the backyard, though.
I mean,
We got the body bag anywhere?
I think HOAs aren't super happy about that sort of thing.
Well, he's not old enough to ash, so I mean,
You got a barrel?
Do we have a tarp? We just put his body in the
Henri,
tarp.
you're good at these. How do you want to dispose of it?
Henri is not currently seen.
Oh, that's right.
So she looks around.
He vanished and never reappeared.
I'll walk up at that point and I'll reappear at that point. And like there are chemicals that you can let's see, it's a big blue plastic bucket or barrel, and then you put the chemicals in, and we'll make it liquefies everything.
Is there anything in the pool house that you can use?
Robert normally gets the chemical for me. I do not have it. We have not had a need to dispose of a body in that way in a while.
I see. I suppose I should be grateful.
Well, we still have his problem.
Except maybe I wish you had.
We were working.
Well, let's get inside, I guess.
Yeah, I'm already inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So as everybody gets inside, since you were looking around, Henri, why don't you give me a wits and awareness check?
Oh, I need to get awareness. I think that's what I'm expending experience on after this tonight. Okay.
I could teach you some aspects if you like.
That might work as well. I have 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So as everybody's finally funneling back in, and the guards are getting back into place, and for the time being, at least securing the body inside the pool house so it's not out in the open, at least for right now.
I also have 1 in investigation too. But
as you turn to walk back inside, you catch just a glimpse of something flying away from the pool house. And the strangest thing about it, the wingspan seemed a little familiar.
Is it the gargoyle I met at Comic-Con or something?
It's hard to say. You didn't get a good look at it.
Is Benjamin nearby, or
everybody's technically nearby?
So whoever's nearby, I mean, Ben's probably the one I'm closest with. I'm like, Benjamin, did you see? It's a flying.
Yeah, by that point, you don't see anything.
Something's flying away.
I didn't catch it. What'd you see?
It's has a wingspan was large. Human maybe, but it was big. It came from the pool house.
Oh, the pool house? Wait, it was in the pool house?
No, it was came from the pool house area.
Maybe it was the thing that we thought wasn't on our side, or
the pool house is not connected to the rest of the building, though.
I've seen werewolves jump out of your sword. I don't know how any of this works, man. Like, who knows what the rules are?
Yeah, I know. Remus, when he melds, he goes into the earth and comes back up where he went down. I would assume this rock melding would be the same. I don't know.
Well, none of the security found it. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye out, though.
Sophie, can you look up? Do you see with your aspects to see, is there something up there?
I will take a look.
Can I ask Liam to make contact with the lady that we attacked, just to make sure that like she's alive? She's still in the area.
That wasn't her.
I mean, I don't know that.
Yeah. So he says that's something Seth is taking care of. It's apparently a Ms. Maxwell asset.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! I just rolled 4 10s.
Nice.
So
and
2.
Hate hasn't shown up yet.
8, 9, 10 successes on aura perception.
Insane.
Wow.
You see the hair on their chinny chin. Like,
not only do you see everything in the sky, you get this view of her flying away off in the sky. You even hear in the distance the Disney jingle, "When you wish upon a star." Like it's just, you see everything, including little bits of stardust, and just
you see Jerome. That's how good your roll was.
Yeah, you're just like you see outside of the game. You actually see the dice that you roll.
Fourth wall.
And your mind is just immediately blown.
Jerome's face is in the moon, like that baby in Teletubbies. Like
a big hug.
Do I need to roll self-control?
No, you're good.
Did you zoom that well?
Oh boy.
But yes, you clearly made out a winged humanoid form, complete with a tail and horns.
Flying away. Is she carrying something?
No.
She's spying on something.
I'm just gonna stare after her like, this is... I can see sound.
What do you see? What is flying away? What is it?
Oh, it's I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a dragon person.
Liam, is this Remus has been talking to you? Is this one of our friends that is flying away then, or is this someone else?
Sophie actually met one time on a phone call or a Zoom call thing? Skype.
Oh,
That's what it,
Was I with them at Comic-Con briefly? 'Cause I thought I saw the gargoyle too.
I can't remember.
I don't remember if I was with y'all or not.
could
No, because that was a night that was just Ben and I just kind of went out and we just kind of wandered into Comic-Con accidentally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
would Sophie maybe recognize her from a Zoom call or the Skype? It was a couple of years ago.
Well, what about the gargoyle from the pack?
I'll give you a check.
There was that time at Isadora's house with Lila.
Give me a since it's on the fly, give me a wits and alertness check, difficulty 9, since it's been a while.
One success.
Oh. Well, you are uncertain if it's the same person, but that could very well have passed for a gargoyle.
What about the gargoyle from the pack? Like, that's not the same person, right? Like, do we know more than one gargoyle?
Has Sophie met that gargoyle?
No.
Have you ever heard of? Oh wait, that's right. They would have talked about it after the convention. So Sophie will just say, I do believe that might have been a gargoyle.
Well, that's not good.
Had Sabbat markings though, right?
The one that I saw from the Ekaterina's pack,
that one did,
that's
yes.
the one I'm thinking of, yeah. But I don't know what you saw, so.
Are there many gargoyles in the Sabbat?
No.
It's very rare.
It is quite rare. So I'm thinking this might be that one, especially if they're sneaking around in the dark, perhaps flying away to report back.
Do I remember the name of the gargoyle I met?
What's that?
Do I remember the name of the gargoyle that I met?
You tell me. Do you remember the name of the gargoyle? Do you have eidetic
you
memory?
went with them.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Did you take notes on that?
Yeah.
I don't know where my notes are.
I was going to say, look at your slam poetry in front of you and tell me if you wrote that down.
I'm just thinking that I met those people and I was super impressed with her. I was like, I just don't remember if I remember the name. So
okay. Well, if you don't have it down, then no, you don't recall the name.
Okay.
I feel like we're getting sidetracked. I know this is definitely our haven.
We've got a lot to do.
Yeah, our haven has definitely been outed to the Sabbat. Definitely, probably by Maxwell Hate because he hates us. But we do still need to try and find Robert. He's, he doesn't deserve what's happening to him.
Do you want me to still try to reach him telepathically?
That would be nice.
Now that we're not in the middle of an attack.
We're all back in the house now then, right?
Yes, everybody's back inside the house.
I'm going to sit down on the couch and concentrate.
Okay.
Difficulty?
You're not able to make connection.
Oh.
It's just too far.
Well, that's a bummer because I got 2 10s. I don't think I can reach.
Well, you can't reach that way.
We can get you closer, though.
She can get herself closer.
I'm reluctant to try that knowing that it's a trap.
But then your power's worthless. You're going to be afraid of it forever?
Yeah, but knowing that they can actually hurt you in that form is it's rare for it to happen, but if that's there, I mean, that's kind of a big deal. I mean, I don't think she's afraid to do it necessarily, but I do think she needs to exercise caution, and I don't know that that's necessarily. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm just gonna put it out there. So if you guys want to do it, that's fine. I'm just saying my opinion.
What time is it? I'm gonna flip open my phone to see what time.
Well,
it is
this all
last
got started real early, so you guys are only at like maybe 10 p.m.
Do
How
we
far
have
away is
any? Do we have any cannon fodder to send in?
So
Could-
the guards kind of look around, and Seth points to your people.
This is not the Sabbat. We're not just gonna throw
He says,
throwaways in there.
"No offense,
Yeah,
ma'am,
exactly.
but there you go."
Maurice, how far away is he?
I mean, it's on the south side of Ashland.
Yeah, from where you guys are
So-
at, you're looking at maybe 10 miles.
10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, have you
It's over 9,000.
like? Is it possible for you to like Google Earth that house so Damaris can take a look inside, or like see if the house is like not the house that Henri is in, the house that you saw Hate in. Like, do we think that?
Oh,
he's
yeah, I can pull
moved-
that up.
Yeah, because like you went in there and you like sounded the alarm, but do we even know if he's still there?
That's worth a try. I'll go ahead and pull up that address on Google Maps and show Damaris a picture of it and the
I
location.
mean, I'll look, but I can tell you probably without even doing it first that if you encountered that what I think is a ward the first time,
Did it trigger the same?
I'm pretty sure that either it's not going to be possible for me to see because there is things that do block that ability, or he's going to see me back, which has happened before. So I'm willing to do it, but just know he's probably going to see me. But at least it's safer for me to do that than you to go astrally, because then you risk cutting your entire cord.
I have a suggestion because it's either thaumaturgy or it's magic that put up the wards. Does Colin have the ability to scry?
Scry? I don't think
Scry.
so.
Yeah.
So he
And you
shakes
didn't
his head. He's
recognize-
no,
you didn't
I
recognize
I don't
the
have that ability
symbol
as of
that
yet.
You didn't recognize the symbol that I texted you that I saw on the house.
No.
Out of
What
character,
symbol did you
Yeah, I
see?
was gonna
Oh,
say,
sorry.
would Damaris recognize it? Because Lily didn't recognize it either.
Well, you've still got the symbol, so you want to show it to her?
Yeah, I think I drew it on something and then took a picture and texted it to him. So I'll pull up
Sure.
a picture,
Okay.
show it to her.
Okay. So I roll intelligence and occult or
Yep.
difficulty 6?
Difficulty 6.
Well, there's 110, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. You have actually never seen this symbol before at all, and you've
recognize
kind
it.
of really mulled that one over with the extensive knowledge that you've gotten. You're like,
Yeah,
be-
even
the-
I've never seen this.
the best you can think of though is it looks more, I guess, modern style magic, which tends to draw more from like neo-paganism and newer style hermetic. It doesn't look like it's tied to anything old.
Okay.
Probably a mismatch of something.
No, I don't recognize that symbol. I don't know if that's the source of the ward or not. I mean, and I can't really, even scrying, just so you know, I can't undo those types of things. I don't have any ability to act. I can only just view as if you're looking at, through a glass,
Yeah. When I asked you to scry before, I wasn't asking you to like
Oh, not you,
go
Lily.
into.
Like, I wasn't sure if that was she intended or was meaning when she asked about scrying and the ability to undo things like wards.
Right,
Wish I could.
That's where she was getting at, because if it's a ward, can he take it down? If it's if it's magical.
Any ward can be taken down. It just depends on the strength of the person who's trying to undo it compared to really the level of the ward, I guess, or the strength of the ward, how complicated it is.
When it comes to that, do you have to use magic, or can you just like I don't know,
You
blow it
should
up
be
with explosive
magically.
or something?
I don't know. Would that really? I mean, you blow up the items that, or you break the. I don't know. Perhaps one of the items that could be attached to it. I mean, it's possible, but
Yeah, it's crude, but it can be done that way.
yeah.
It's the same thing as magically speaking, like for Shelley and Rachel. Since you guys have got the occult lore and you would know this, it's the difference between breaking and entering, sliding the card underneath the window and getting the lock to pop as opposed to a brick to the window.
Mm-hmm. That kind of comparison.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can destroy walls. Like, if that's what the word is, if something bad's gonna happen, I mean, this is the same MO. He gets bait, he lures us out, we go for the bait, he then attacks us. We can probably use that to our advantage, knowing he's gonna come after us.
That's why I was asking about taking down the ward, because then he would not be alerted of our presence.
I
How do you
mean,
do that
you
then?
tamper with a ward, it can alert, it can trigger something bad and notify the caster.
Is the house that he was staying at, is it in that same area where Robert is being like?
No.
Are those houses close? They're on.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So I guess
So
the
I can
chances
blow up
of
this
it-
house and be okay without having to repay any certain
Yeah.
magical affinity.
Well, but the chances of him being at the house then are low. He's gonna want to be sitting in his safe space waiting for us to take the bait.
Possibly. I don't know. This guy is a bit unpredictable and
It's not
what
true.
he's capable of, but
He's very predictable. He's gonna do the same thing. That's what serial killers do. That's pretty much what this guy is.
Can't we just blow up
Well, I
his
wouldn't
place?
really shoot down serial killers.
Oh, what was that, Lily? I didn't hear you.
I said, can't we just go ahead and blow up his place? Because I'm going to assume that he's the one that attacked Henri.
I don't want to just. So Robert is not at his place, correct?
No, he's in a empty house in the
it's a new development lot. There's
I
hardly anybody
wonder-
there.
I wonder if he might have taken some other hostage and kept it at his place. Maybe your assistant was also missing, right?
Was it just Robert that you wanted me to look for? Or was there somebody else?
Zachary,
Yeah.
but you have not met Zachary.
No, but do you have something of his?
Not on me, no. I mean, when the house blew up, I was not able to grab anything.
Does anybody have a picture of him?
No.
Do you have a Facebook?
I'm
He might
feeling.
have the Robert had the is that website with the faces on it? Was it the blue square with the F? Yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Robert has that. I don't know if Zachary does.
Would Zachary be on?
Actually,
Robert?
Henri would know that because that's how they found some of his Renaissance stuff back when you first discovered him.
Oh yeah. He has his own webpage. Yes.
Okay, well then pull it up. Let me see. Okay, I'll look it up. What's his last name?
Zachary? I don't know. It's Zachary.
Okay, is he friends with Robert on Facebook? Did they friend each
Maybe.
other on there? Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna go to Robert's Facebook then and try to find his friends, like friends in common or something.
Okay.
Do we know Robert's last name?
Oh yes, Robert. I have Robert's last name. I do remember that.
don't know of any other way to get a picture of him, so we're gonna go social media hunting.
Yeah, that works. I don't think I ever got rid. I don't think. I mean, Robert would have, but
Does Henry own like a flip phone or something? Like, does he not have like an Android or an iPhone or
He
anything like
he
that?
had
all I
one.
have is a flip.
Oh, I thought you still had it because you were texting from inside the.
He
So mine-
had it at that point.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it got cooked. Well, Henri would know his name, so for now we'll just say it's
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah, I know. I know. Man, it's a.
I'll look
yeah,
him up
yeah.
under Robert Blah.
Zachary's last name is Johnson. Robert's last name is LeBlanc.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, Zachary Johnson is a very
Blah.
common name, unfortunately. But Robert is not, so let's.
And
It's
Robert's,
spelled Robert.
yeah,
you know.
but actually, his full name is Maurice Robert LeBlanc.
Okay, I'm gonna look him up on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, he's not too hard to find.
Okay, do I find Zachary as a result?
Yes, you end up
Okay.
finding him as a result.
Okay, now I've got a picture. Now I see some stuff that's his or whatever. So
Okay.
So now I'm gonna try to scry for him.
Okay, go ahead. Well, you've got his name, so it's difficulty
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Difficulty 8. So I have 110 in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Wow.
with the 10.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So you zoom in, and you find Zachary.
Where he be?
Zachary is apparently in a cabin somewhere. And he's pacing back and forth. Very nervous.
Does he look like he's? I know, like he's nervous, but is he looking like is the door locked? Is it bolted? Do I see anything?
It does look like the cabin is secured, and it looks like he's cleaned up.
Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out. Then is it in the woods?
Yep.
Is it close to the other area that we were at?
Nope.
Where is it at? If I can get
It's actually on the other side of Ashland. It's on the east side.
Jeez.
They're like since you've actually looked at both of them, neither one of them correlate.
When you say neither one of them correlate, what do you mean in that sense?
Like there's no direct route to either one of them. Robert
sort of
was
deal?
yeah. I mean, well, one isn't really so much off grid because it's in a new housing complex, but he's tied up in that house. Zachary is kind of pacing nervously in a cabin in the woods somewhere.
Does he
Okay,
look
so-
hurt?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what does he look like? I mean, he doesn't look hurt, or
No.
does he?
He doesn't.
looks fine.
He doesn't appear to be hurt. Looks like he's probably recently cleaned.
Okay.
We're looking for a mole, right?
Does it look like it's secured from the outside in, like he can't get out, or does it look like he's keeping something out?
Great question. Since you found him, why don't you give me a wits and alertness check as you quickly kind of scan over and try to make heads or tails of what it is you're looking at.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Okay, and then 1.
Okay. It's hard to say. The cabin, however, is unusually secure for a cabin. You would think normally this would be just like a getaway place. When you get a good look, the windows appear to be thicker than normal. They're not like your typical window pane. The door is significantly thicker than you would expect. In a place like this, the building, there is, when you look at it, there's also a clear area around the cabin.
Mhm.
Coming up to it, which again is kind of uncommon because a lot of cabins are just built in the woods for the aesthetic. There is clearly a zone cleared out around this cabin. You're
Does
not
the cabin
sure.
have shades on it that
Mhm.
would block out sunlight in that sense of like
Not block out, not
vampire
block out
protection?
sun, but the shades could double up as that. Yeah. Nothing specific. Nothing jumps out at you saying like, "Oh, yes, it's
This is built for a
specifically-"
vampire safe
Yeah.
house sort of deal.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So what do you see?
He's pacing nervously in a cabin that looks like a pretty well reinforced cabin, but I can't tell if he's in there nervous that something's going to try to get in or that he is being kept in and can't get out. It's hard for me to tell.
Can you
Okay.
call him?
Does he look like he has his phone on him?
No, actually, does not look like it has a phone on him. And in
I
fact,
don't
now
see
that
his
you're
phone on him.
looking, you don't see any phone in the building.
Yeah, I don't even see cords for it or even a landline, even out there. It's very secluded.
Robert has used this Facebook to call before. Can you call him on the Facebook?
I mean, it's possible, but he would have to have his phone or computer access to be able to get on to see it in the first place.
What's he
You
wearing?
said he's
I mean,
pacing around. He's not
Yeah,
tied up
he
or anything?
looks. No, he's pacing in there. He looks clean, and he looked like he cleaned the cabin.
so he
It's
doesn't
very
have
bizarre.
he doesn't have like any pockets that the phone could possibly be in.
I didn't look that close at his pants, to be honest with you.
Well, let's try calling him.
If you looked at the Facebook, use the Facebook to call him.
Yeah, Damaris, look for the bulge.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that. I don't want to be
I
looking.
know,
I'm
yeah.
not a crotch watcher, y'all.
Or I was thinking, I don't know if you've seen Get Shorty.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole scene where one of the guys is there for a pickup, and he's panic and like to the point that he's dripping sweat because the guy told him, he says, "Okay, look to your left. You see the bulge? That's his backup piece." And he's like, all you need to do, you see that, then that's a Fed sort of thing. So the problem is he gets so freaked out and stays at the airport the whole time. Everyone he looks at has that bulge. So it's like he looks around, he sees that bulge on like children's ankles, and he sees it on like, airport attendants, and because he's so nervous about everything. So everywhere he looks, he's assuming that they're like, a Fed, because he can see that bulge down there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like she's meticulously staring and gets too into it and just sees a bulge on like everything. It's like it could be a table leg.
I can guess that the house probably isn't warded because I'm able to get in pretty well. I mean, doesn't mean it's not, maybe against scrying, but I didn't get that sense.
So, but seriously, I mean, I do not have a phone, and so like if someone could just call him on the Facebook.
I give them my phone to call him on Facebook, and I'll watch in the water to see if he answers.
Okay.
Someone call with this. Who is going to call? I don't know how to use this.
I take it from him and
Okay.
hit the call,
Okay.
and then I hand it back to him.
What is this noise?
That's an ugly
ringing.
ringtone.
It's ringing.
Is he?
He's not
Not
answering.
answering.
Doesn't even look like he hears it. I'm assuming he's still pacing or doing
Yeah,
something.
he's just pacing back
Okay.
and
He's
forth.
not. He doesn't even hear it.
I'm gonna reach over and disconnect
Okay.
so that you don't have to keep.
Thank you.
Well, if there's no problem scrying or warding Sophie, you
Yeah.
think you can go and take a look in his mind or something, see what's going on?
I mean, I can
on the east side
people
in this sort of
telepathically
area.
there if I haven't met them, right?
What's that?
I don't have to have met somebody to use telepathy, right?
No, huh? You just have to
too
be
far?
nearby.
They just have to be nearby.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, can you do your
How far
astral
is-
whatever and then take
Do
a look at
you
his mind?
do you see any? Are there any cars or other people around?
It's a pretty clear area around the cabin, but it is in the woods, so it looks like, to me, this looks like a getaway house, if I was to make that kind of guess, but not a getaway house for, like, say, one of us. The windows are thicker, reinforced, like, it's made to be fortified, honestly. That's why I'm confused as to if he's either stuck in there or trying to keep something out. I can't tell.
Do you see any of Hate's like gross monstrosities wandering the grounds?
I like, scanned the surrounding area.
Nope.
No, nothing.
All right, well, in
I
recent.
do.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sophie,
No,
what's your range?
I don't really know. I haven't tested it. You mean with telepathy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But apparently it's not as far as the south side of town.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still learning the place.
Jerome, in all the
Mhm.
conversation, I've spent quite a bit of time with Zachary. Has it come up that he's like a doomsday prepper or anything like that?
No. No, the big tidbit that you got from him is he used to travel from Ren Fair to Ren Fair.
So I'm just going to mention that. I'm like, this is not the place that he would have himself. I mean, he followed the Ren Fairs. So
I
yeah.
definitely don't think this is his house. Like, I definitely don't see this as his house.
Would
You-
Robert have something like that?
No.
I turned to Liam and I asked him, like, Liam, you've mentioned before about like a leak in our information network. Like, what, like, that's the first I'm kind of hearing about this. Like, do you think somebody is letting information about us out to other people?
We think so, sir, but we can't confirm it. It's the only thing that makes sense right now that as to why Mr. Henry was attacked.
Do you think Zachary might have been the leak?
Maybe unintentionally, but I mean, right now.
We don't know,
Robert
ma'am.
is tied. Right now, Robert is tied up in a house by himself in the dark. This guy is in a well-furnished cabin, pacing, fully clothed, seems fine.
That does seem suspicious. How much does he know about you, Henri?
He does not know about the supernatural nature of what we are doing.
He's living in your house, though, right?
Yes.
Your ghoul?
No, he is not a ghoul. Robert is a ghoul, but Zachary is not a ghoul. He was just an apprentice. We were learning. He's only been with us about a month.
Do you think maybe he stumbled into your room or something when he wasn't supposed to? Does he know about your hobbies?
Everything. I don't think Zachary did not seem bright enough to seriously to investigate in this nature.
Maybe this is designed to split us up.
Maybe he is. Maybe he was put there.
Yeah.
I think he was. Maybe it's designed to split us up. I mean,
Because I've been able to infiltrate the Sabbat. And so maybe he's been sent to infiltrate you guys.
no,
Well,
I feel like
he's human. They wouldn't.
I feel like if he was,
Waste the
he would
time.
not. He wouldn't be in a cabin waiting for something to happen. He
Yeah.
would be in another state by now. I think I don't know this guy, whether or not he did this willingly or like unknowingly. That's kind of beside, because I mean, we definitely have seen where Hate and his cronies can get at people when they don't expect it. I think that, however, we're losing Moonlight. We kind of have to make a decision. Like,
Exactly.
well, I think Sophie should try to reach out to him telepathically, since it doesn't seem like there's any wards because Damaris,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I can't. It doesn't appear. I mean, it didn't block me from being able to see, but I did want to. While she's trying to get a hold of him, I want to pull out a map, and this may not even be anything, but I'm gonna try to map out basically the locations that we've had sort of issues with height. I mean, I'll ask people to chime in as far as like pinpoint where, and maybe there is a central location or something. I don't know. I'm trying to Ghostbusters this stuff, you know?
Hey, I'm gonna try and reach Zachary.
Are you going astral
Telepathically.
projection?
No, telepathically.
Okay. Nope. Too far out.
No, I think he's too far. Do you want me to try and go there?
Yes, do your thing. For the
Yeah,
love
'cause
of God, we gotta figure this shit out now.
I don't see any other way that we're going to be able to get to these guys.
Okay.
Well, everyone's taking forever. I'm gonna go and get blood from the refrigerator.
Okay.
How many points can I get?
So has Henri taken any yet?
No, if I see him going to the fridge, I'm going to follow him. So
Okay.
Yeah, so will Lily.
There's a
I'm gonna
total.
do the map thing.
There's a total of 6 available then.
Ooh, I'll take 2.
Yeah, I'll take 2 as well.
Watch my body, okay?
I'm watching.
Colin
See what I can
Colin
find.
kneels down right next to you.
Okay. And 2, 3,
This is where you need all those 10s.
5,
Right.
3.
Okay.
Okay.
So poof, you're weightless for a second, and then in the blink of an eye, you head off in that direction. That's the good thing about astral projection. It's the quickest way to travel.
Yep.
It only takes you maybe a minute, if that, and you're there.
Okay, I would like to approach with caution once I get close to the cabin,
Okay.
just in case there's
something jumps out at you inside.
right. Nothing.
No, you're
Can
not
I-
not detected anything, and I mean
I use
it's actually very quiet around here.
Can I use telepathy from here
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
try and read his mind before I go inside?
Yeah, you just hover outside the window and then wait till he passes by so you can see him. Go right on ahead. Difficulty 7.
2, 3, 4,
Nice.
4.
Okay. So surface thoughts is he's extremely panicked. He doesn't know why he was taken. And he's pacing back and forth because he has no idea where anybody is and where Robert went.
Can I try and see how he got there, like what he remembers?
From what he remembers? Yeah. So during the day, there was some commotion. He was tackled and bagged. And then shortly thereafter, you heard the explosion.
Did he see anyone?
No, he was covered, by whatever was obscuring his eyesight. He was thrown into a vehicle and brought up here to the woods. However, when the bag was removed, you see Maxwell Haight.
And then what happened?
He stares at him intently and tells him, "Stay." And you can feel the cold streak go down Zachary's back. So whatever Maxwell Haight did, put like a supernatural scare kind of command into him, and he's just been pacing here ever since.
Was it only Max, or were there other people?
No, it was just Max.
How about when they were attacked? Did he get a sense of how many people there were there?
Mm.
Okay. While I'm here, so I don't use up another willpower,
Okay.
I'm gonna head towards the south house.
Looking for Robert.
Where
Oh,
they're
so
keeping.
you're gonna leave him and go to the
Yeah.
south house. Okay.
I don't think I can get much else from here.
Okay. So as you turn to leave, you see headlights coming up at the cabin.
Oh. Okay, then I'll stick around and watch.
Okay. So you see the 4x4 come to a stop, and Maxwell Haight step out of the vehicle and start approaching the cabin.
Oh shit!
Okay.
On the way.
I'm gonna hold.
Okay. So he ends up making a motion with his hand, and the door automatically unlocks. And he marches in, and of course, at this point, Zachary is like freaking out. And he looks to Zachary and he says, "Sit now." And so he like freaks out and goes and sits down.
Poor guy.
And he goes and takes a chair, turns it around, so he sits in it backwards basically, and props his hands up on the back. He says, "Now you're going to tell me all that you know about your little friend Henri."
Oh God.
And so he so terrified, he starts babbling like Chunk from Goonies. Like he's just going into a litany of like what it was like when he was a kid. All the shameful stuff that that he did like at the Ren Fair as a prank and whatnot, and it's just starting to infuriate Maxwell Haight.
Sorry, Zach. I think you're a casualty here. I'm gonna keep watching.
Okay.
He doesn't know anything. Oh, poor Zach.
And he's just like panic stricken, and then you end up hearing another car pulling up.
We've intentionally kept him in the dark.
And then at that point you see Maxwell Haight, get up, and he has that look in his eye like this was not planned, like something new has happened. And you see him kind of reach for his arm, and you end up seeing that sniper rifle just like materialize off of his arm.
Oh,
just like
I was hoping that a sniper rifle took off his arm suddenly.
Yeah, no. And when you turn around and look to see who's approaching, you see Antonio, you see Arkham, and you see Ekaterina.
Of course.
Fucking hell, I knew it. I knew she was behind this shit. As soon as that gargoyle showed up.
And so he's got his rifle, and he's leaning it, and he's strong enough, and you can actually tell his form shifts a bit. He gets a bit bigger and bulkier, which terrifies Zach at this point. Like he's witnessing this guy kind of hulk up to an extent, and he's big enough at this point that he could probably use that sniper rifle close range without it being that big of a problem. Like the bulk isn't going to be that big of an issue. And Ekaterina steps forward in her sultry voice. She says, "Mr. Haight, it seems we have much to discuss." And that is where we're going to pause for tonight.
Oh,
course.
Uh,
Cliffhanger.
Nice. That's perfect spot.
Yep.
I hate her so much.
I knew she was, as soon as I knew about the gargoyle, I was like, oh, I bet she's in town. I bet
Yeah.
something's going down.
Of course.
Yeah. Great. Well, hey, maybe we can hit 2 birds, 1 stone.
The good news is, I think we're gonna need a lot bigger stone.
Oh, yeah. I
Probably.
mean, I'm happy
Boat.
to blow up another cabin in the woods, I guess, but I don't want to do that in Paymore.
The good news is he's not with Robert.
True. We can do
I
it
mean-
now.
And gargoyles hate Tremere.
But if this one is an
Yeah.
asset of Ms. Maxwell,
I don't think it's the same one.
guess we'll wait and see.
Yep. So we'll wait and see. So, so as we end on that cliffhanger, the next game would be January 21st. Does that sound good? Schedule wise?
Pretty good.
Potential? Okay,
Let me look
cool.
at my calendar. I guess I'm free.
You guess you're free.
I don't have anything in there.
You're like,
yet.
I've got nothing better to do.
Either I forgot or.
All right, cool.
All right.
So January 21st, we will find out just what evil plans Ekaterina has in store for the Ashland Anarchs. And tomorrow evening is the next session of Modern Age Heroes, our superhero game. So looking forward to that to see just how our heroes are going to deal with the coordinate off of Fairside or Fairview.
Right.
Still doing it.
I don't even know. I don't
Yeah.
even know which one it is
It's
now.
Fairside. It's Fairside, not Fairview.
But anywho, so thank you guys for all tuning in and enjoying the game. Thank you again for VBN for popping in and saying hi. Looks like we actually still got quite a few people who are tuned in. Pretty cool. We will be back again on the 21st. Hope to see you guys then, and stay tuned. Hopefully we'll see you guys at some point on Saturday. Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is a Saturday. So, all right, thanks again, and enjoy your night. Bye.
Bye.
Ah.